I also don't know where to hit the golf ball.
So tell.
I don't know what.
What do you mean?
Okay, so you know how you have the club, right?
Mm-hmm. I do.
Where do you want the club to touch
make
the
impact
ball?
with the ball?
Yeah.
It's actually a great question. I really don't know either.
Foreplay presented by Barstool Sports, which is actually more true than it's ever been ever. That we are presented by Barstool Sports. We're presented by Dave Portnoy. We're live from Wisconsin. We're here at Sand Valley. We're in this, I would say, unnecessarily amazing cottage that only has 4 bedrooms, but should have like 11.
Yeah.
Overlooking this lake. We're here at Sand Valley. We're filming a travel series. We're filming probably 6, 7, 8 videos this week in 3 or 4 days. We're going to be going down to Erin Hills after this. So we're fully immersed in Wisconsin golf. It's hot as fuck out here, but windy today, so it wasn't as bad as it could possibly be. We got myself, Frank Borelli III, Trent Ryan from Cedar Rapids, Iowa, and Lurch Barstool is on the show.
That's right.
Hello,
I'm
Lurch.
here.
This
Hello,
place
all.
is great. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, high ceilings, beautiful ceilings.
High ceilings, beautiful place.
30
This
feet?
place is great. This is our luck, pick the 3 hottest days to be in Wisconsin. It's 96, 96, 96, and on both ends, it's 82, 82. We just caught the hottest days in
Did
Wisconsin.
you get in front of that because you looked just hot and tired today on the video?
Oh, well, I don't need to get in front of that because that's just how I'm going to look on a hot day. But, yeah, I mean, I struggled today in terms of
We
endurance.
left New York. It was like 72 degrees.
It was beautiful.
You were kind of sneaky sick today, Trent.
I don't want to get too much into it, but I did play all right, yeah.
Played sick.
It was a little bit like the 2008 U.S. Open, but people can watch the video when it comes
My little
out.
ass slaps to you to get you going? Or what
Yeah, no,
was it?
it was fun. We had a good time. We did alternate shot.
We did alternate shot. We won't give away too much.
No.
We don't want to tease you too bad. Sand Valley is incredible. Sandy as fuck. No carts.
No
That's something
carts.
that we have to deal with.
Something they didn't tell me until after we landed in Wisconsin.
I had totally forgotten that the Kaiser Resorts, which Sand Valley, Bandon, Cabot, Mike Kaiser, are all no carts.
And the ground's hard. It's just a hard walk. Like, that's like, your strains were insane.
Really high.
I mean, that's a walk. That's a test of one man's will.
And
I
there's
would say.
there's no escaping the sun once you're out there. It's
No.
just 4 to 5 hours of just complete beatdown on the sun.
Couple trees sprinkled
And we're
in here and
acting-
there, but largely 99.9% is heat.
And we're acting like this is like, I guess you could take the things that we're saying and almost say it's a bad experience. But it couldn't be.
No, we had a
more
great time
opposite.
out there.
No, it's
today.
just
It is a phenomenal golf course. It is one of the best. Like, we played Sand Valley, and we still have Mammoth Dunes, and we have the Lido Golf Club coming up in the next 2 days. And I don't think I've ever. We only played Sand Valley, and I don't think I've ever played a course where I felt better on the tee, just like mentally and visually. I felt so comfortable. It's so satisfying looking out, seeing so much room left to right, and a lot of like visual points where you're like, all right, there's that tree, and I can go 15 yards to 20 yards left of it. I can go 15 to 20 yards right of it, and I can just let this thing loose.
Yeah, it's freeing out there. Then actually, you got a good shout out because the drive that you hit today, 330 or whatever,
Downwind.
the greenskeeper was there when we were walking off.
He goes,
was
what
like,
a drive.
yeah,
Dude, you were way down there.
yeah. Way
I mean,
down there.
you get this hard pan sand belt type golf course where it's like you're just gonna go forever. You get the wind at your back, and if you
Yeah.
just launch that thing up in the air, Rory
goes.
McIlroy style, where he told us to hit up on the ball, it's gonna work.
And, so Mike Kaiser, who is the original backing and idea and visionary behind Bandon Dunes in the mid-1990s, his whole philosophy is obsessed with golf in the UK and Scotland, Ireland, links golf, the origins of golf, the whole way they operate, the whole deal. And so he found Bandon Dunes, he found the property, he bought it at an amazing discount. He hired David McClay Kidd, this Scottish 20-something-year-old with like a Scottish father who was in golf architecture, whatever. They build the golf course, and they had, I believe their belief was when they opened Bandon Dunes of like, if it doesn't do X amount of rounds or revenue or whatever within the first year, the first 3 years, whatever it was, they were going to like shut it down and turn it into literally like a full-on sheep ranch, which we all know the sheep ranch now of the golf course. That was how little this concept was proven 25 years ago. Obviously, Bandon turned into the most profitable, amazing golf destination in America, and his whole goal, Mike Kaiser, is like he finds places that are sand-based, which is very rare in the United States of America. And sand-based means the water pretty much just seeps right through, disappears. It remains firm no matter what, all the time, and it's a different style of golf, which we found today, which is where the golf ball just bounces, rolls, doesn't stop, which we're not used to in the U.S., especially for me, like in Missouri. Missouri is two rivers come together, the Missouri-Mississippi River. It's swampy in fucking clay base, which clay base, it just holds water. So it's just wet all the fucking time. And golf isn't that interesting in the St. Louis area for the most part because, like, the ball just plop. It's like, you know, we all hit drives that literally your ball's like 3 inches behind where it landed with a fucking driver.
Right.
Like, we're all used to that in the U.S. a lot. We've played a lot of courses that are like that. Kaiser, like, grinded his dick off. He's a billionaire. I think he, like, Hallmark cards or whatever it was, that he made a ton of money.
Is that what it was?
I think he's like the Hallmark
The
card
Hallmark
guy.
Hallmark holidays.
We should look that up, but I think he's like the Hallmark
That's an
card.
American institution.
Totally.
Everybody knows Hallmark
Fat
cards.
idiots giving
Totally.
cards to one another, and this guy makes a billion.
No way. Are you looking that up, Frank?
And he
Okay.
Just off in the clouds.
I don't give a fuck.
No. The only
Yeah, I'm
reason is
gonna
because
look,
you
I'm gonna
grabbed
look,
it
I'm
as soon as we started talking about it. I didn't realize it was you're grabbing it out of boredom as opposed to looking it up.
I was searching some shit.
That's
And so-
unbelievable.
And so
Kaiser.
his focus is like he wants to find places in America that are sand-based terrain because he finds it to be way more interesting, fun, UK-style golf. And Sand Valley was one of them. There's a reason we're up here in Nakusa, Wisconsin, which is bumfuck. We flew into Madison and drove an hour and a half north.
Yeah.
That's insane. Nobody would do that ever. Why would you do that? Because he found this land up here that is just sand deep, you know, whatever it is, tens of feet deep
sand.
of fucking sand. And that's just it. It's just fucking sand. Sand valleys and whatever. And you can tell when you're out there that, like, the greens are firm, the run-ups are firm. Like, you hit a shot that lands, like Frankie hit one on the second hole today, that was like, it landed short of the green and goes 100 yards over the green.
A little
Like,
low and a little powerful.
totally. But, like, even normally,
Yes.
that would catch some
Yes.
rough or, you know,
Just a
plop
little
around
wet
or
and slow
whatever.
down
Yeah.
faster.
And it's just a totally different style of golf. And it's fun. It's different. We don't get it in the States a lot. It reminds me of the Sand Belt in Australia when we were there. It reminds me of Band. It reminds me of when we went over to Scotland. But it's fucking unique and it's different and it does wear on your fucking lower parts of your legs when you're
Yeah, you
walking,
can
I'll
feel
tell
it in
you
your
that much.
feet. Like, if you're coming to these properties, bring 2 pairs of shoes. Like, you need
Yeah.
it just for a little bit of comfort, because that's the way I, like, think and feel them, is just like in your feet. Like, you know, when that guy, who is it, down in maybe Australia, he was like, oh, you know, he gets in a dozer and he feels it in his ass. You know, I feel like you can feel it in your feet, and it's so hard and it's kind of unforgiving. And it is lovely because it brings you almost outside of the U.S. or the traditional U.S. golf, and you get it here locally. And these properties in this place is just phenomenal.
So we have Jersey Jerry.
Jersey
back.
Jerry just sneezed and it echoed throughout the
I mean-
entire place. Jerry, you still doing that fantasy draft? All right, get on here. Real
Sweet.
quick before Jerry joins,
an
Mike
entrance.
Kaiser, American billionaire Mike Kaiser, has enough capital to plant a golf course pretty much anywhere in the world. He made his fortune in the greeting cards business, selling cards made from recycled paper back in the 1970s when that was a trendy thing to do.
It's literally just fat people giving cards to somebody else. It's like,
Why do they gotta be fat people?
that's because that's American.
Do you handwrite all of your greeting? Like your
No, you go to the store and you go and you find something that's like,
I've been pretty bad about, like, I've
We all
gotten
do.
yelled at from multiple people in my life where I'll open up a gift card, like a
just says,
gift,
"Love,
and I
Frankie."
kind of know, like, if I'm receiving
Oh.
it, I'll just open it up and see what's
you don't
in
even
there.
look at the card.
I like
That's a little scummy.
well, just I
You
know
gotta
that
be
they
card
bought it,
welcome.
and I'm like, you didn't write this, so it's like
Especially-
I have no reason to believe that any of this.
Like,
means
You
one of
looked
the
at my
early-
card,
I did, and that was actually really good.
I
but
put a
that's
lot-
because I found a rare one.
I
It was
put a
Harry
lot of
Potter
thought
card.
into your wedding card that I gave to you and Hannah.
I read it.
No, he didn't.
Oh no, you wrote. No, he just wrote.
I wrote Trent.
You just wrote Trent on it. Nothing else. Not Frankie. Yeah, nothing. He just wrote
Take it.
on the bottom. He wrote Trent.
One of the early
That's
lessons I
perfect.
got was that getting a card, especially when you're young, you get like a $20 bill or whatever from your aunt or with a note. Is like when I was a kid, I just reach in and grab the cash and be so pumped. My mom's like, you just have to read the card. That's like what they care about. And it's just like, don't reach for the cash right away.
Our presenting sponsor is Chevrolet, Bowtie, the whole deal, Chevy.com/electric. Look, Chevy has over 1,900 certified EV dealerships, over 5,550 EV trained technicians. We talk about technology in the future a lot on this show, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. pretty insane that Chevy has been making cars for 100 years, been doing the electric game for over a decade, and now they've got that much action and accessibility. It's impressive.
Yeah, we're at the beginning of a crazy, crazy time in just humanity that we're like moving on to something like electric vehicles. We're seeing this is a pretty important time in our lives.
You saying everybody's going to be Iron Man? Everybody's just battery powered?
We'll see. They're starting with Chevys.
Right.
I would love to be battery.
We went from
powered.
horses to cars and like fuel.
Yep.
And now we're going electric. It's the
Even
last big
before
change.
that, it was like people riding on people's backs or something. I don't even know.
Probably just
Carry
walking around.
people. You know,
A lot of
imagine if you were like high status and everybody else had to put you in like and carry you and whatever those like.
Well, I
And
actually
I
think
always
that
say
did
this
probably
about
happen.
inventions.
That definitely happened.
It
As we,
definitely did.
as we progress, as we proceed, getting things to be invented has to be way more difficult because of millions and billions of things have already been invented. Like, think about how impressive it was to come up with the wheel at that point. It changed the course of humanity forever.
We're still
They were
using
like, we
wheels.
can't keep carrying this stuff. We have to roll these things, and we're going to make this round thing that can go on these little easels and whatever, these axes, and we're
push
just
it
going to
around.
push it. That was insane. And now, to be impressive, you have to like get rid of fuel, which was insanely impressive to come up with that. With fossil fuels, it's literally from dinosaurs dripping into the ground that you have to just get these fuels, right? Is that true, essentially?
Yes.
Right.
That's not a sign. Yeah.
It is true.
Come on.
That's why they
Close
call them
enough.
fossil fuels.
I mean,
It's gas, but like it's oil.
Yeah.
Pilot today said after our plane was late that he was going to burn some extra dinosaurs to try to make up time in the flight.
You said
That's
that?
how it
Yeah.
happens.
Wow.
Dead dinosaurs.
It's gonna be
Fossils.
dead people, you know, someday.
Anyway, we went from that. You never knew that. That's why it's called a fossil fuel.
I mean, I kind of guessed it, but like,
It's if
this
you
is eye opening right
if
now.
you
Yeah.
watch one of those like
yeah.
cartoons that like show it, it'll show it draining
yeah.
into a little pool, and then they get it and they
Yeah.
put it in barrels. It's nuts.
No,
We went from that
to batteries.
to now it's battery powered and it's electric, and it's like, how are we seeing that now? Like,
Chevy.
we're in the
You
precipice
also
of
have
it.
less maintenance
Oh,
on
yeah, way
electric
less.
vehicles. But if you need maintenance on your Chevy EV, they have a technicians that are EV certified, so you're in a good place. The nationwide dealership, you okay over there, Lurch, after this revelation?
Yeah, I'm great. I mean, it's just like, it's crazy.
It's an eye opener.
It is, for
Yeah.
sure. Now I'm thinking like, we're charging these batteries. We're basically recreating fossil fuels, be able to recharge that. You know what I mean?
Better than burning
Yeah,
dinosaurs.
crazy.
The nationwide dealership is a true value to consumers because we are there for you with any electric vehicle question. Do yourself a favor. Learn more at chevy.com/electric. That is chevy.com/electric.
Jersey fucking Jerry.
Yeah, good sneeze, by the way.
Yeah.
What are you doing, brother?
I was holding it in for like 5 minutes.
Thanks for driving up here.
Yeah, long drive.
So you came from Chicago.
Yeah.
That's your new home.
Yep.
How's that going?
Miserable. I mean, everything's expensive. That's the problem.
You miss Jersey?
I don't miss it. I didn't understand how expensive a house could be. So I'm piss broke. I have no money.
You look broke because you're doing the nervous itch behind your
I'm
head.
so
just like,
broke.
trying to pull it. Just, oh, God. this
Are
is-
you outside the city or are you like in the city?
I'm in the suburbs. I'm like
Yeah.
45 minutes away from the city.
Okay.
Not as far as Brandon Walker, but far.
So you're going to drive every day? And
Train. No, there's a train like 2-minute walk from my
Brandon
house.
Walker, I heard, is driving like 2 hours each way.
Why?
Yeah,
every
his
day.
is far.
Why?
He thinks it's an hour,
like
but
a-
it's not.
It's not.
No.
Because
Dude,
of
Chicago
traffic.
traffic's real, too.
Yeah, it's bad.
It slows
Real bad.
down fast.
The worst drivers, I would say, I've ever encountered is Chicago.
Oof.
Really?
And it's very surprising because you wouldn't
Massholes
think
are bad.
Midwest, people are nice for the
They're
most
slow.
part, whatever. People in Chicago, I lived there for 3 years. People in Chicago are the worst drivers on earth.
Downtown or any like
Everywhere.
Really?
On the highways, they rip and it's irresponsible and they're
I would
don't know
argue you're a horrible driver.
what?
I would.
You're the worst driver.
You.
No.
Don't look at
Dude,
the road.
You're 10-2, and you're so nervous. You're like ready to make a mistake.
No, I'm
because how
responsible.
no, you're so nervous.
You're the worst driver I think I've ever encountered.
Jerry, we'll be driving.
Lurch,
on one of these
you're
trips.
a-
Dude,
We'll have
full control.
we'll have a Chevy Tahoe, and he'll be driving
great
here,
awareness
and,
that I have.
and he looks back to have a conversation. 'cause
Lurch?
He wants to make eye contact.
Yeah, I like making eye
He's
contact.
a big
If I'm
eye
gonna speak to you.
contact guy. It doesn't really work when you're merging off the highway onto an exit.
I remember we were whipping through the hills of Oregon after our bandit trip. We were going to the University of Oregon.
Yeah.
And he was looking back, having full conversation with people. And
I've
it was
often
dangerous.
blamed you
Anything wrong with
for
that,
feeding into him.
I wouldn't do
You'll
it.
make eye
I
contact with
wouldn't
him, and
do
he
it.
loves it. You'll be like, "Oh, really?" And he's looking at you. I'm like, "Don't even look at him."
I'm not going to look at him when he's looking back at me.
No, no,
Why?
he's driving a car.
I think we were leaving Aaron Hills or something one time, big suburban, and I was talking to somebody over on my right, and then there was a car ahead. I was like, I think I'm gonna pass this guy, and then Frankie like blew a gasket that I was gonna go like 85 in a single lane that could maybe a little bit see over the hill, but I
The
knew we had enough
passing's
room.
tough. The passing. I'm not.
No,
from
you
passing
hate the whole
state.
thing.
Got to look at the lines. When it's a dashed line, you can cross.
Is
when
that
it's a
true?
solid, yeah.
Dash.
Oh, wow.
When it's a
So
solid
if it's-
line, you're not supposed to.
and then if it's dashed on your side and solid, you can.
Yes.
You can
Me and
pass.
John Kelly had an aggressive one yesterday because we're in a minivan.
Who was driving?
Me? We can get a review of my driving. I thought my driving was pretty good.
Yeah, I didn't notice that. I didn't,
It's kind of tentative though, right?
no, I didn't notice anything wrong with
But
your
I would
driving.
argue tentative is the favorable
Alert
side.
is alert.
Yeah.
Nervous people, like the guy that dropped the AirPod in the famous Dragon Pizza video.
Yeah.
Nervous people make mistakes, and yeah, I think you're a
very
little nervy
funny
on the
part.
road. It's very funny. If you haven't seen that video, go watch it. The guy drops his AirPod at the end.
The Dragon Pizza
yeah,
review.
yeah. You kind of fumbled it.
Are you signing Dom of the Year?
No. I think this guy wants too much money. I think the fame has got to him already.
I mean, he's at his peak in terms of like popularity. and
Oh, yeah.
He wants the big bag now.
Drama of
yeah.
the century now.
Yeah,
Years too
he'll
little.
be a nobody in probably another 3 days.
For anyone that doesn't know what we're talking about,
Yeah.
Dave Portnoy obviously
Must watch.
had the greatest pizza review that he's had in years. It felt like. I mean, just it stops you in your track. Pizza review. Every single one is incredible. He has crazy amount of views on YouTube. Which if you look at Dave's pizza reviews on YouTube, they average like fucking.
I went and
300
looked after you told me.
They average like 300 to 400,000
Every
views
day.
every single day.
That's
We're
crazy.
out here grinding for views on YouTube. This guy's crushing us.
He's a
It's
savant.
crazy.
He's a social media.
He goes
savant.
out there. You got to go watch the Dragon Pizza review. The dumbest
Eats
person
a
on the
fucking
planet.
slice of pizza, and this guy gets
It's unbelievable.
400,000
He's
views.
unbelievable with that shit.
Nobody
It's
else
crazy.
can do that. He's a talent.
And
He's
then
that's our
Dom of the
guy.
Year was in it. Jerry was gonna fucking sign him, but it looks like that's not
No,
happening.
I mean he's asking what venues can I book for
No,
him? Is this going to be salary or is he going to get
No.
paid per show? Like, listen,
good for him though.
You can
gotta
monetize on
you
Twitter.
gotta
That's
shoot,
about it.
You gotta shoot for the stars.
Yeah.
I want to talk to you about you're here for a golf trip, and I feel like we have to introduce you to our golf world right now, right? Like this is Jersey Jerry is diving deep into golf. I feel like. When did this start? You got the bug this year, last year? When did this start?
Last year I played like 20 something times last year.
Oh, wow, that's a good amount.
Yeah, I think I played like 24, 25 times last year. And I just felt like every time I went out I would get a little bit better. And then this year I started off almost every day I was golfing and just not going into Barstool. I would just golf.
Yeah, you go.
And then
Same.
yeah, like I'd rather do that.
Yeah.
But no, I know I'm watching it
bug.
more. You know what I mean?
Did you play growing up at all? Or
No.
You just picked up your first club last year.
Last year I picked
That's
it up.
amazing. Because
Yeah.
you're pretty fucking good for playing in 1 year.
Yeah, 1 year. So this will be going into my second.
That's pretty impressive.
So I thought you just started out because I thought which you released a hysterical video, and if you haven't seen it, it's like 7 minutes long when you're in the parking
Bobo.
lot.
Bobo,
Yeah. I thought that was one of your first 5 times out on a golf
No.
course.
Yeah, no.
He's still getting acclimated to the golf culture. I'd
Yeah,
say.
I don't
This is
understand
all like
everything
like
yet.
right now.
That's
This is his
fine.
first ever
Who
golf
cares?
resort you've been at, Sand Valley.
Pinehurst.
Oh, you've been to Pinehurst.
Yeah, we
That's right.
went
did
to
Ryder
the
Cup.
thing there, the video.
But I
there.
would say your like your style and mantra is pretty golf like culture adverse generally.
Yeah, I'd say so. I'd agree.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In a good way. It's
Yeah.
fine. But your Steelers, you're just it's a little different.
What's the
than-
strong part of the game?
I don't know. What do you think, Frank?
He can hit off the tee.
You drive
When
it pretty good.
He can connect for sure, and he does have he has touch that'll shock you. Like you'll say, Jerry, we need to hit this thing 50 yards and just get on the front of the green, and he can chip it up there.
Really?
And hit, he's
My
I saw
problem
you
is-
run once or twice, and I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah,
Just
no,
gotta
I can't
figure it out.
run.
Okay.
But I don't understand the
don't need to run
yardage
in
yet.
golf.
I don't understand
Right.
what I hit. Like, I don't know how far I hit my 7.
No.
I don't know how far I hit any club.
no.
So when people tell me, hey, Jerry, front of the pin, 120 yards.
Front of the pin.
I don't know.
Front of
what
the green.
All-time line now.
Well, for the Frank, there's front of the pin. There's back. Of the
There's
pin.
no back of the pin. It's just not.
The
You know,
video
that
is
drove
so
me
good.
crazy,
Well,
Lurch.
clearly, you
Drove me
let
crazy.
it like on the video. You blew a gasket.
I did.
Front of the pin.
Yeah, but
It's a round pin.
that's what I don't understand yet. If the pin is right here,
But like the back part of the pin is maybe 2 inches farther than the front.
Yeah.
You're
part
just
of the pin.
you're
The
confusing the
whole
word
cup is
green
like
and
3.5.
pin,
How
right?
big is a
Correct.
golf cup?
The pin is
Three
the
and
flag.
3/4 or something like that inch.
pin is the flag. I know that.
How could there be a front and the back?
So when you guys say front of the green,
Yeah.
because the
Huge.
pin is never really in the front.
Well,
or-
No,
the
the pin's
pin's
where the
on
pin
there
is.
somewhere.
Because if you carry it onto the front, you're at least landing it on the green.
Right.
And now if a green's
Joe, what
firm,
do
it
you
might
gotta
bounce
say?
into the middle of the green. So you just want to know how far it is to the front,
You should be able to.
so you can cover all the bullshit that's short of it.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
What I was going to say is we can't attack this guy. He's new to golf. We
100%.
You know, we got to take him easy.
We're
you
gonna
know?
take it easy.
We're one of the, we talked about that on the podcast the other day, where it was like we got these people who try to join in these groups. We just got to acclimate him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll
Are
get
we
done.
golf twittering him right now?
A little bit in person. Yeah,
yeah.
we'll get there.
I love it.
I'm excited.
I love him being confused about it.
Yeah.
It's like I get to watch Jerry like experience things that for us are very mundane and normal. Like,
Right.
oh, that's the front of the green. And he's still figuring that out. And that's like fun to watch a guy.
Yeah.
It's almost like you're getting your legs under you.
yeah,
You're like a baby
Rick's
deer.
talking about the sand. I don't know what the difference is.
No.
Sand and
To be honest, I didn't really know about that
I didn't
either.
understand that.
Saying what?
It's good to know.
The clay, sand,
yeah.
like all the bases. I mean, you can fucking lose your mind with all that
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know. It's
Bent
interesting. to me.
grass,
Yeah.
kikuya.
No.
It's nuts.
You get that from
And
Raising
then
Dan. You
they're
don't get
talking
that
to
from-
me about one of your guys reached out. It's like, you want a 56, 60? I was like, whatever one goes higher. You know what I mean? That would be the 60.
60.
Yeah.
You're gonna
Now
love
you
the
know.
60.
Now you know. See,
Yeah.
then you quickly, that's a 60.
I love it. I think
You can
I
get
think-
like a 70. You know, you can really open it up.
Really?
Yeah.
What's the other one? How high does it go?
I think there's a 72
I can tell my one
out
on
there.
90.
There's no 72.
Somebody's making
72,
a 72.
you're basically flat. I
Yeah,
mean,
it's
you're not-
basically a flat club.
That'd
Yeah.
be a fun club
It's
to
a
hit.
scooper.
Really?
Yeah, somebody's out there. I don't know who it is, but somebody makes a 72.
My dad's got this thing. It's obviously it's not tailor made, but I don't think they'll care. It's called the Spin Doctor. It's an illegal golf club.
Oh,
We
really?
might hit- yeah, the wedges have plastic grooves on them. And when you hit the ball, it hits the back of the green and zips to the hole like you've never seen before. It rips the ball in half. It's crazy. So the other day we were playing and he's in the rough and we're playing like a match and he's in the rough on another hole. He pulled it onto like 9. We're on 18. And we're all watching him like, oh, it's going to be impossible. Short-sided pin. This guy, he's like a clown show. There's no chance. And he hits it out of the rough onto the green and it stops right on the stick. And everyone on the green's like, what the fuck? It's things that you've never seen before
it's
because
a
it's
cheat
illegal.
club.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
cheating
exactly
club.
right.
Yeah.
I also don't know where to hit the golf ball.
So tell.
Like, I don't know what.
What do you mean?
Okay, so you know how you have the club, right?
I do.
Where do you want the club to touch
make
the
impact
ball?
with the ball?
Yeah.
Center of the club face. Like you mean like
It's actually a
actual
great
impact.
question. I really
Yes.
don't know either.
So you pretty much, from my understanding,
Does
which I'm
anybody
not
actually know?
capable
Because
of
I
doing.
just hit down on it and it goes up. I have no idea.
but I think
I asked the
you
other
want
day,
it
what
to
do you
hit
look at when you
right
putt?
in the.
Do you actually like zone in on the ball? All right, go ahead. Answer this.
Well, I would say, in my theory, if we had like an iron, but you would want it. If you have an iron, you want the golf ball to hit slightly inside, but in the middle.
Dude,
Do you know what I'm saying? So
I
if you
mean-
took the geometric center
Yeah.
of the face from left to right, I think you want it slightly towards the hosel
but in the middle.
and a little bit above the first groove. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I think.
the
I
question
just- I don't
literally
know.
might unravel my golf game because
We've got Dan Rappaport just standing there. You can come over here. You're on the podcast.
Wow, the whole
You're allowed to
I
come
don't
over
know
here.
where the
we got a
ball-
huge squad.
We got a
Dan
huge
would know.
squad. Alex Bush,
Oh,
that
and
little
Alex
bitch,
Bush.
is back there too.
Get up here. Come up here for a second.
What's with this guy's voice? Does Dan Rappaport never have
You
a
have a
voice?
very weak voice. I think we should actually.
What is with
I think we should eat our food. Stan,
a pause?
we have an incredible
All right, we'll take
dinner
a
that
pause.
just got brought here. I think
Yeah.
we should eat, enjoy, and then come back and finish
Okay.
the podcast.
Okay.
What do you guys think about that?
That's great.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
we'll be right back. We'll be right
We'll be right back.
For us, golf is simple. It's a chance to get out, have some fun with our friends. Inevitably, little things have a way of ruining it. That's true. We saw it today. Bunkers, heat, wind, your own, I don't know, lack of ability could get in the way, perhaps.
Stamina.
Stamina was a big one. Hunger,
Always.
thirst. You know, it's really nice to get you over the edge, to really get you going, get the energy up. Fireball whiskey, boys.
Oh yeah,
Number one birdie shot.
Oh,
Like
We had quite a
today to
we had
show
quite
him,
a
man.
few. We had quite a few fireballs out there today.
It was fun.
A couple warm ones, which I was not prepared for.
that was my bad.
Yep. I mean, we had a good hole, and he's like, "Let's celebrate." And he handed me one. It didn't feel too warm for some reason. I think I had a glove on. I had my golf glove on, and I rip it open, and I guzzled it like it was going to be the coldest drink of all time, and it was burning hot.
It probably felt good after a little though.
It definitely got the job done.
Yeah.
I said right after I go, I didn't want to tell you before. And he was not happy.
Burnt my lips like it
Yeah,
was-
because Riggs would have known. Riggs took him out of his band in his hand. It was like, oh, these are just lukewarm.
Yeah.
And he was like, here you go, Frank.
They
I
weren't
think I even said,
they
I'm like,
weren't
"Oh,
lukewarm.
refreshing
They were
Fireball."
80 degrees. The only saving grace from it was that I did the same fireball shot.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
fireball is all about helping you push away of all the little annoying parts of golf and life, turn the fun up a notch, and have some damn fun with it. That's true. Fireball's iconic cinnamon flavor tastes fire, goes down easy, making it the ultimate crowd pleaser. Fireball is the birdie shot of golf and the number one shot in the United States of America. The Fireball 50 milliliter shooters are the perfect shot for the golf course. Throw a bunch in your bag. They're ready to go whenever you need them. Plus, no shot glass or chaser needed. True. Just crack it, knock it back. You're good to go. If you're really feeling like upping the ante on the course this weekend, make sure to grab the new Fireball Birdie Shot Club. We had those in our golf bags today. They're hilarious. It is literally a golf club filled with Fireball nips. That's the Birdie Shot Club from Fireball. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. We just had a delicious dinner. I got to say, I have to rate my dinner 9.1.
Why 9.1?
It was really good. I think that's solid. For a delivery dinner?
The steaks were phenomenal.
Yeah.
Oh, here we have even more. Jerry, you've got some food behind you.
Yeah.
We don't want you to leave just yet.
Becca's bringing more steaks.
We don't want you to leave. He's getting all excited.
Yeah.
When's the last time you ate?
I'm excited
Jerry,
for the steak.
Jerry, when's the last time?
Look at that body language.
Jerry, when's the last time you ate?
This morning.
Yeah, wow, that's
we
a
gotta get
long
some- we
day.
gotta get
We
some
gotta
food
get
for
we gotta get
Jerry.
some meat in this guy.
So you
Pancakes.
drove up 3.5 hours from Chicago?
Yeah.
And you hate Chicago so far.
I don't hate Chicago. How do I say
Costs
this?
too much.
It's similar, but it's a big difference. One thing I will say about where I live is just all old people.
Yeah.
There's no young people where I live.
In your neighborhood?
None.
You weren't expecting that?
No, they're all just like rich white women, old women.
Yeah, I mean you're moving into the suburbs. It's like all like established families and older people.
Yeah, like
Jerry,
my
look at
I
me.
dealt with the same
Any
thing with our
cuties? Any old cuties?
no, none.
None?
They all look terrible. None. Everybody looks
Not a
bad.
cutie?
No, not one.
I can't.
I dealt with that when I got my house on Long Island. I'm like, oh, we're gonna move out. We're gonna have all these young families next to us. I'm gonna be friends with the guy next door. I'm gonna have beers with them. The guy next door comes out. He's got like a little. His tits fall out of his little like tank top, and he just sprays our side of the fucking.
Is that why you got in shape? Because you didn't like his old tits?
I don't like looking at his tits, and it's like looking into the future. Honestly,
Yeah. I'm wondering if that's why you toned it up.
But if
She's
our
I can't be
leaves-
the old
if our
guy
leaves
spraying
go-
the fence with
if our
shitty
leaves
tits.
go over to his side, he blows them back on. It's just he's a problem.
Oh,
Dude,
no
leaf
way.
fights
Yeah,
are
yeah.
No
legit.
way.
Oh, yeah.
People spraying leaves.
sends
on
the
other people,
leaves
that gets
back?
people
And then
riled
one
up.
time I didn't realize because we travel so much that my sprinkler system, one of the heads wasn't popping up, so all the water's coming into it, and it was kind of flooding, and it flooded like the entrance to his driveway, went all the way down my driveway, down the street, and into his driveway. And he came over and he's like looking at me with both his arms up, being like, "What is this?" He's like, "It's been like this for 3 days." I'm like, "I haven't been home." He's like, "You got to get this shit figured out." I'm like, because he didn't want to drive over it.
Yeah.
I'm like, "Your tires are wet."
Are you guys good neighbors? Or like what
My
are you-
my
what's-
neighbors are great.
No, are you
I
a
got
good
one
neighbor?
set of really good neighbors.
No, are you a good neighbor? Or you think what's your neighborly flaw? Like, you know what I mean? If the other neighbors are talking about you, Frank.
We put a
or
lot
you,
of
Jerry.
garbage out on the street. I will say, I think pound for pound, I get the most cardboard in America.
Okay.
I swear to God, with the amount of
Yeah.
boxes we
Yep.
get,
Yep.
you wouldn't fucking believe how much cardboard I get. And I try and do the right thing. I cut it up. I even tie it up sometimes
Oh,
for the
that's
garbage
nice.
men. But sometimes it becomes out of control, and I know my neighbors hate what it looks like on the street.
So have I told you guys this? Sorry, Dan. By the way, we got 6 people on the show, which
It's
most
hard.
have
It's
ever
a lot
had.
of mics.
It's hard.
Yeah.
So at
do a
my-
raising hand system.
At my yeah, we do. At my Pinehurst pad, the village of Pinehurst, the people are so into the HOA situation that they're I'm never there, obviously, Oh my God, that looks insane, Jerry.
Don't just hand deliver the steak to Jerry.
With a fork and a knife buried in the steak.
Go ahead and eat that. Treat yourself. The locals, there became, apparently I was a Facebook group emerged, and there's a Facebook group around the Village Packers. Anyways, my trash, because the trash goes every Wednesday, I'm never there. It's rentals or people go by. Trash cans would go out, and then they just wouldn't get brought in for days at a time, and apparently it drives the locals insane.
Yeah.
And the locals took to
I can't do both. Right?
Put
Let
the mic
this
down.
Put the mic
dude.
down,
Put it
Jerry.
down on the
Let
mic.
this
Jerry, you
dude
don't
eat.
need
We
to be on the
6
podcast
people right now.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
So we have a Simply Safe security cameras. One of the locals has turned into a vigilante
Oh dear.
and has taken the trash cans that are in the end of my driveway, take them out on Wednesday morning. Like the cleaning folks or whoever's staying there, we always send them a note like, can you please take the trash out Wednesday morning, take it out Wednesday morning. Well, the trash cans would stay there for days at a time because nobody would come in until they checked in on Sunday or whatever, Friday. So a vigilante has decided to take the trash cans and he puts them in just problematic places. And we have it on footage. And so, like,
He's out to get you.
I have screenshots of
He grabs your trash can and
puts
moves
them on
into
the
middle of
porch.
street.
So, like, the porch right in front of the front door.
Just the worst.
There's just a big screenshot of the guy just putting all of my trash cans on the
He wants it
front
to smell
porch.
and
this
smell.
guy.
And he'll put them on, like, the back patio. And so, like,
This guy stinks.
yeah. So there's just a vigil, and he's, I talked to my brother about it. My brother kind of managed the property. He's like a well-dressed guy. So clearly on his way home from work, like a real profession, he stops by, grabs my trash cans from the front.
He's just irked to no end. That he's
Yep,
just
and
like,
puts them in a mean
I'm
place.
surprised he doesn't dump them.
Yeah, they're empty now.
They're empty.
Because the people take them. So they're empty trash cans that he cannot live with the fact that they're at the edge of the driveway,
Right.
which I can't even imagine why that would, who cares?
Our super, we have to break them down before we have like a trash
Fescue.
room.
Fescue.
Fungus?
No.
He's
I'm
allergic
allergic
to
to fescue. I walked through it today, and I felt it itching the fuck out of me. Look. And
I mean-
it stops right there. I'm allergic to fescue.
I
It's a
will
new
say,
thing.
It was amazing to see you boys. Trent and I had a great embrace. Then
Isn't that crazy?
saw Frankie for the first time. I was like, you look fit as a fiddle. You look much healthier. You're still just so weak in different ways. Like, how are you allergic to grass?
Something new. I don't know. I wore shorts to Erin Hills during the Barstool Classic. We went to Erin Hills. We were playing.
That's got a lot of fescue.
a lot of fescue, and I wore shorts because we weren't going to be on
You
camera.
had that up your whole legs?
Dude, all night fucking itching it. It was crazy. And it had been happening to me like over the years, like right above like the sock. And I never really noticed that. I wear pants every fucking round. But right above the sock, I'd get it.
Yeah.
One year I thought that it was like a heat rash because I wear pants so much. I'm like, my legs are fucking boiling. Like, what's happening? So yeah, I think I'm allergic to fucking fescue. That's nuts, man. It's killing me.
That's
Is
ugly.
it itchy?
Yeah. It happened to me at Erin Hills.
Do you have like Benadryl or anything?
No.
We
It
gotta
might be
get
a
you some.
Wisconsin thing, to be honest.
Maybe.
Whatever the Wisconsin.
Allergic to
fucking-
Wisconsin.
The Wisconsin variety of the fescue.
I don't know.
I met a girl allergic to trees.
All of them?
Swear to God, she
That
was
feels a
allergic to
little
trees.
bit broad.
Robbie Fox is allergic to fruit.
What a
can't eat
what a
fruit.
great allergy as a young kid.
It's like God made fruit for like human beings. It's like it's his
to
it's
like
his
live
thing.
healthily.
It's like you like grow
You
fruit.
need fruit.
The earth grows fruit for its
What's he
people.
eat?
That's proof that
I think he
evolution's
eats, like,
gotten
pretzels
out of
and-
control.
Yeah,
Evolution's gone
I
way
lived
out of
with him for
control.
Fruit's
3.5
like the
years. Didn't eat
cliche
one
that you
fruit.
need to have.
Yeah.
He told me straight to my face the other day that he's allergic to fruit. I
He
said
just
all.
He just drinks Arizona iced tea.
He drinks
that's
Arizona
that's
iced
his
tea.
sustenance. He just
Tree
lives-
sounds worse than anything now.
She's
You can't
allergic
go
to
outside?
trees from Missouri too, so like trees are everywhere.
A lot of trees.
Yeah, I think it's certain types, not like every tree ever, but I think she's literally. I said you got to be fucking with me. She said, no, I'm allergic to
That
trees.
sucks.
Yeah.
I love trees.
It's got to present itself
Trees
as a
are awesome.
problem every single day of her life.
Well, yeah, you want to go get shade. It's hot out, but you can't.
You just
It's-
moved to Trentstown. There's no trees there, right?
What's that?
Just Iowa, I just think it's farmland and no trees.
There's trees there.
It's got to be true.
There's less after the derecho, but there's still trees there.
Yeah, less.
We got trees in Iowa.
move
I
to
like
the city.
Iowa.
Another
mean,
great point.
Is this Djokovic? He's the best player in history, right?
He almost lost
Yeah,
last round.
he's the best in history.
I bet him. That's,
I don't know. I think he kind of toyed with his best friend and ripped his heart out. I feel like that
You think
guy.
he lost the first two on purpose?
I have no idea. He
That's his
didn't
best
play well.
friend?
He double farted. It was like a good buddy on tour. They're both.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Same country. They're very friendly. This is what the announcers say. You know, I'm not as. I don't know, but I mean, he ripped his heart out. And the other girl, Swiatek, she played her like best friend on tour the other day. Trounced her, I think, 11-1. Just like pissed on her best friend.
Jesus
That's kind of gutless.
Speaking of tennis, we've been playing a lot of Mario tennis.
Yeah, we have.
On the Nintendo Switch. I brought my Switch with me. Got Jared behind me. He's a fucking video game freak.
Not so much.
Obviously,
I beat him
Alex
in Mario
Bush is a
Kart.
fucking video game freak.
I mean, I got a little bit screwed.
I'm a pretty big video game
won
freak at this
Mario
point. I
Kart.
travel with a Nintendo Switch now.
Yeah.
I think
Ovechkin used to travel with like a PlayStation or something
like a
that.
PC, like a full thing. I'm obsessed. We played Mario Kart. We did Mario Tennis. It's fucking phenomenal. We got 4 guys. We're playing doubles. I don't know, man. I feel like you guys said this too. I feel like I was transformed back to being like fucking 14.
Best. As soon as we put these mics down,
We're playing.
yeah.
I have it set up.
I hope
can't
people
wait.
know the only thing between us and having a lot of fun is us. We have
I
to
got
do
the
this dumbass
right here.
podcast.
We're ready to go.
That's right.
Otherwise, we're about to play video games for the next 4 hours.
Turn the AC as low
drink
as
a bunch of
possible.
wine. It's fucking Labor Day
Take
weekend.
a shower, getting some cumps.
I turned it down to 65.
Thank God. Get it lower.
So apparently there's a hack you can
58.
do to turn it lower than that. Did you know about this?
No.
So I posted that video of a couple weeks ago in the Boston hotel, and the lowest you go to 65, and everyone's like, you don't know about the hack, or you can just make it go as low as you want.
What's the hack?
I don't know. I never found out.
My room, when I went in there, I got it down to 58.
So we need that
What?
upstairs. Hold on. Are
58?
these centralized? I'm in a panic. Did you just turn it down for your room, or you think the whole upstairs?
So it appeared to be in a common area,
Okay. So
which
that's
is why I
yeah.
also gave you the courtesy of, what do you think about 65?
right, low.
Yeah,
low.
All right, we'll go to 63,
As cold as it
62.
gets.
Let me ask you guys a question.
Yeah.
Gun to your head.
Oof, tough spot.
God bless.
If you're right, you're already in a tough spot. Guns in your head. If you're right, $1 billion. If you're wrong, pull the trigger. Done.
I mean, I got a lot of gambling losses, so I probably.
Do you
my
believe,
God.
gun to your head, have aliens visited Earth ever? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, I think they're here right now. 50-50, you're an alien.
What
Riggs.
what counts as visited? What counts as visited?
Have they been here?
Like feet on ground?
In the atmosphere, I would say.
I would say within the atmosphere.
I think they've
right.
been in the atmosphere. I think there's too many UFO sightings for not one to have hit, but I don't know if they have feet. So that would be hard to know if they're
Dude, I would almost like to do that for the general public, because if I got blown away, then people know we're like maybe a little safer.
The reason I brought it up is because I would have said a couple years ago, I would have laughed in your face and been like, "Oh, these
Right.
people are lunatics." I'm 100% now in the gun to the head situation, which again, you're in a bad spot. You got a gun in your temple, but if I would have said, "I'm saying, yeah."
Frank,
aliens are
T,
here.
I think it's without a doubt, yes.
No.
you just saying that?
No.
So all the UFOs are just it's explainable.
I think, I don't know. Yeah, the recent release of documents obviously makes it that way, but like I always go back to the argument, and Neil deGrasse Tyson made this on a podcast where it was like, we've all got phones, we've all got these things. Like, wouldn't we be catching these things all the time?
No, they're too smart.
But also,
I
that's
hate
like a
that.
window of like 10 years that like we have good enough.
It's a long
phones.
time.
Not with how
10
like,
years of
long
everybody
Earth
on
has
the
been
earth
here,
armed with a phone, with a camera, a high-res camera.
but not as long as Earth's been here. 10 years is like a second.
I think these high-res cameras are nothing compared to their tools, and I think they could say high-res camera doesn't see us.
I do the other side, and again, I'm jumping up against my own argument, but the argument is like, yeah, the technology may be so advanced that you don't even know what you're looking for.
Yeah.
So
You ever
part
seen
of it-
Arrival?
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
different. They're weird. They're not like real aliens in Arrival. They're like big blobs.
There are
Yeah.
ink blots.
Yeah.
That's a great example of like they're doing things you can't even
Right.
fathom. Like
Dude,
they
the
don't
fact
know
that
any of
they're
this.
here, I mean, I think everybody knows they're here. And just like living in our atmosphere, we can't do that yet. You know what I mean? So they're that much more advanced to get here. and
Right.
be-
You guys are also blowing aliens. They improve nothing.
True. So the reason I brought it up, I was listening to like a very recent Rogan, and he had a couple guys on, and they were talking about, and the biggest hurdle that I've never been able to get over is when they say they, of like whomever is hiding the information, right? And that's never made sense to me. Of like, why would people, like, we always say they don't want us to know, or they had aliens at Area 51. Like, who the fuck are they, and why would they care if we know? Like, why is it such a negative thing? Why would they be hiding it? And they made the point of, what if they know, or they learned, or the truth is that like we're just in a literally a biological like experiment. What if we're a genetic experiment? Like, what if they learned that like none of this is natural or real, that we literally are one aliens, like just
And I'm fucked.
experiment, where they're like, yeah, we're going to like
losing.
do this.
Don't you think one of them would just
Losing
spill
the
the beans though?
Well, if it's so high up in their opinion,
Yeah.
is that it's so detrimental to everything that we believe
Yeah.
that they can't let it get
It must
out.
be a
No,
small
someone
circle
would
of
let it
people
get
who
out.
know then.
That's
like
where my
world
biggest
leaders,
hurdle
dude.
is
No
that.
way.
But then you would think like when I thought about this a shit ton, like when Trump was president, if he just found that out, wouldn't he have just been like,
He would have.
"Oh, this is
crazy."
yeah, like,
Drain the swamp.
yeah, there's no way
Fucking
he's
idiots.
like
Yeah.
just sitting on that information, being like,
Right.
"Well, I can't let that get out." They fucking got like, no way.
Yeah, no way.
So that makes me think. But then they might be that like the people in charge of the CIA or whomever, like we're not gonna let that guy.
If
know.
they're
Like,
aliens.
he'll be gone in 4 years. Like we're not letting him know about this shit.
Dude, yeah.
That's the deep state. That's the
Space,
ones who are
man.
just entrenched.
Pretty deep.
Red
state
meat goes
stuff.
right through me, dude.
What you got a weak,
So I'm
weak
bubbling.
bottom hole?
I'm
right
bubbling
Now?
for sure.
What do you say?
I'm bubbling.
Oof.
Is what I said.
Dude, I love red meat.
You know,
I could eat meat all day.
Same, dude.
All day.
Jerry's
I'll go
back.
pound for pound on ribeyes. You eat one, I eat one.
Oh, I love
See who
ribeyes.
laughs.
I didn't know the ribeye was an option.
This
What do you
guy
want?
will eat you under the table, Jerry.
Oh, I believe it. I believe it. I mean,
Well, he's just got
look
too much
at him.
mass. Can't compete with that.
yeah, I can't compete with that.
You can
I
compete.
late
You
night,
got good mass.
Yeah,
Let's not downplay
late
your
night,
mass.
I'll bury you late night.
You think?
bury
After
you
the
late.
hour, 2 a.m.
Yeah,
Why?
1, 2, 3, 4 a.m. I'll bury
What are
you.
you eating?
Anything, everything. Dunkaroos, Reese's
Yeah.
Pieces.
You can get your hand on some
I don't
Dunkaroos.
while since I had those.
Dude,
Yeah.
give me one of those just finger dips at the bottom when it's all done.
Jerry, what do you think you could eat the most of? Like, what if you had to enter
one
a-
sitting?
Yeah, like you had to enter a world
I would
eating
say
competition.
Yeah, but the most competitive advantage you have, like you know what
Oh,
I mean,
like
like the food that
Like
you
for
could
me,
eat.
I think it's muscles.
Cheez-Its.
I think I can
Muscles?
eat
You think
the
you-
most muscles.
Cheez-Its.
I once went to Cheez-Its.
How many boxes?
I could do 2 boxes one sitting. Oh, easy.
Your mouth gets so dry, man.
That's a lot of cheese.
I do the extra cheese too.
Oh yeah.
Goldfish. Actually, I take it back. You know those big family things of goldfish?
Like
where you have
paper
to
ones.
undo
the like it's a milk.
milk
carton.
carton.
It's
The
a
fla-
desert in your mouth.
The flavor blast
Oh.
goldfish, the extra cheesy ones. That I could eat a whole box of one sitting.
That's a lot, dude.
Yeah, probably 8 servings.
Trent, what's your thing?
I don't know. I was trying to think about it. Fuck. What do I get? Fries.
You can eat a
I
lot
could
of
smoke fries.
Mine's
forever.
Oreos and milk.
Oh, I love that.
Oh, that's a nice one.
Yeah, I used to have that a
like
lot.
Santa Claus?
I used to have that a lot when I was a kid. I'd come home and have Oreos and milk.
You could eat a whole thing.
I think I could eat probably 20.
Jerry, I went to Fenway one time, and my buddy, I had a bite of my sausage, one drink of the beer, and I was like, I could have 10 of these things. And
Sausage?
he was like, you're on. And I was like, I don't know. Oof, 10's gonna be tough.
Oreos is a good one. I can knock
But
it
I was
out.
like, I
can eat
bet
the
you
whole
I
pack.
can. Have you ever been to Fenway?
I've been there once. Yeah, I got booed and I walked out.
So I ate 8 sausage, onion, and peppers.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and then I blew the
Pretty
the
pricey too,
porcelain
right?
apart. Yeah, no, I was happy with the outcome.
Have you ever done the challenge? Because we've always wanted to do it with my buddy Big Rob, where he claims that he could have 1 beer and 1 hot dog per inning at a baseball game.
I've seen that.
Dude,
on
that's
TikTok.
hard because the sodium gets you.
And
dude.
you have to finish it by the inning. So
Dude,
you
I will
gotta
say
crush that thing.
The sausages are brutal.
I think the hot dog's by far the hardest.
I think
part of
White
that.
Sox Dave did that a few years ago.
Did he do the 9 innings, 9
I
dogs?
believe so.
9?
Yeah.
If you can
Did
wet
he
down,
successfully do it?
I don't remember.
Bro,
Rob
that's all,
could do it, right?
I think he'd get to the 5th inning and he'd be dead.
You think it's a hot dog? It's the hot dogs that do
You
it.
eat 5
And
hot
the
dogs
beer, dude,
within.
that's a
Think
lot.
about how quick like 5 innings is. It's like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
You're eating a hot dog every. I mean, the math's gonna get
Yeah,
to
I
me
mean,
here.
if
You're eating
you're
a hot dog
looking at
every
like a
15
three
minutes,
pitch
and a
hot
beer,
dogs. They're big hot dogs too.
and the beer's heavy.
Yeah.
Like it's a big.
yeah,
thick
that's
beer.
tough. That's a tough comp.
That's a lot. That's too much.
8 sausages did me in,
Yeah,
but those are meaty.
that's insane.
Dude, I saw an ex-girlfriend on the way out, and she's like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "Yeah, I just gotta get home." And
Eat 8 sausages.
Hey, I'll show you a picture. I can barely.
Lurch, how do you
move.
think you could do in the Waffle House challenge? You heard of that? The fantasy football like
24
loss,
hours, right?
24 hours, but you get an hour off for every waffle you eat. So this is like a pretty common fantasy football last place guy
Okay,
has to do this where
you have to spend 24 hours. in a
you
Waffle
have to
House.
spend 24 hours in a Waffle House. However, every waffle that you finish, you get 1 hour off your sentence.
I mean, 12 waffles is a lot.
You'd be there for 4 hours.
Yeah, I mean,
their
I'm
waffles
hoping
aren't
that I
that
could
big,
get
though.
in and out
They're
of
not
there.
huge, but they're
not
still
huge.
waffles.
They're not fluffy either.
Certainly
They're
less
like
than a
thin.
work day. You know, I'm not spending 9 hours in there. I think I'd get under that.
What was the thing you ate so much of you had to cancel plans? Remember we were eating donuts that day, you and I?
What, when I ate
Wasn't it
those-
McDonald's something?
No, I ate, I think in college I had like 11 or 12 coffee rolls.
That's what it
from
was.
Dunkin's.
And you were like
shut
seeing
me down.
You were like seeing a girl and you had to cancel
Yeah,
plans.
dude, it was too much sugar. It fucked me up. Dude, my buddy, we were just hungover. My buddy Killday, great kid. We used to call him Killer because he was a soccer. He was like the center back on the soccer team, and he did not have great foot skills, but he would run your ass over. Just like he would tackle. He was an unbelievable tackler of the football or the soccer ball, whatever. And we were just sitting around. He's like, "How many?" I was like, "Dude, I don't know.
How many coffee rolls?
Yeah, I can max it out." And the best is we had to go to like 2 or 3 Dunkins because we cleared like 2 or 3 places out before we could get them all. And then we just sat around and I just ate these things. What screwed me, I think I could have done it. Might have been 10. I think I bowed out at like 9 and a bite, something like that. Because the first 7 were like coffee rolls,
yeah.
right? Like the glaze was hardened. The last like 4 were still like soupy. And that shut me down, dude.
He's also talking to us like we know what he's talking about.
Soupy's a tough adjective.
Dude,
there.
you
I
know
wasn't
a coffee
expecting-
roll.
Bro, we're
Don't say
not
you know,
that
dude.
deep in the
You know a coffee
rolls
roll
that we
from
know the
Dunkin's?
difference in
Soupy.
like consistency.
No, but when the glaze is like
No,
firm.
I'm not having coffee rolls that much.
Oh, dude, I used to love
Coffee
those
rolls are
things.
good from Dunkin'.
What is a coffee roll? Is it?
It's like almost like it's not a cinnamon roll, but it's close.
Yeah, it's
thinking.
very close.
Is it caffeinated? Is that a dumb question?
No, it's just a
have it
muted
with
coffee.
Okay.
Yeah,
So that was kind of a
Good.
dumb
I
question.
used to
then.
love those
we
things.
love you.
I appreciate you.
But yeah, I could eat. I mean, like glazed bow ties, dude. I think I could outpace a lot of the competition. You know those airy bow ties from Dunkin' Donuts? Mm-hmm. Dude, I think I could outpace the competition.
How does their glaze compare to like a Krispy Kreme glaze?
I think Dunkin's a little bit more airy. I would
Airy?
say, yeah,
It's another good adjective.
yeah. Like the bread is a little
Yeah.
bit more airy.
It's a guy that's thought about it quite a bit.
I mean, I got a sweet tooth for sure, and it's now that a dairy's kind of out on me, it's really hard.
I noticed you're like no cheese this trip.
Trying to limit it. I mean, it's also Frankie's like the thing he hates most when I'm just coughing loogies up all day.
But you can't have cheese?
Dude, dairy screws me up.
Really?
Yeah.
So he says he's like lactose intolerant and he can't have cheese. He can't process cheese, milk, ice cream. And then at night we're pounding you're essentially eating cheese curds, ice cream, milk. And that night and that next day he's hocking loogies and coughing.
Because I just can't digest
But I mean like
It's
deep,
crazy.
gross,
It makes you want to puke.
like would make most people vomit. Like 30% of the community would vomit if they heard it.
Dude, some that like if I have
in a
it,
car
and
with
then
him, he's like, whoa.
if I hop in the shower, the steam hits me and I can't digest it, dude. I'll like, this is horrible. Sorry, everybody listening. Like throw up bile. You know that like orange juice stuff that's
Yeah,
That's the worst.
Orange juice stuff.
I'm not a doctor.
I'm with you.
I had cheese curds for the first time the other day.
What'd you think?
Culver's. They were
Yeah.
out of this world.
Culver's.
They were
I
great.
saw your video. You had a great reaction to this.
They were so good.
Yeah.
Like that first bite, it's like, oh my god.
Dip it in a little sauce that it comes with. I never know
That's
what
a
that
dangerous
sauce
little
is.
smile you just let go there.
Yeah,
after
it was
first
that
bite.
good. It was so good. But people said like Culver's is amazing, their cheese curds, but if you go to Wisconsin, they're even better.
We had
Okay.
cheese curds here at Sand Valley yesterday, and
Food's
they
phenomenal
knocked
here.
our socks off.
They were
Really?
fucking really
Food's
good.
We're gonna have to get them
Very good,
tomorrow.
What,
We're getting
is
them
this kitchen
tomorrow.
closed right now?
We can get over there, Jerry. You want to go over there? We can shut
You
this
wanna try and
fucking
get some
podcast
cheese
up
curds
right
right
now.
now?
Shut the motherfucking podcast
Shut it down. Shut it down. They're really good at Aaron Hills too, which we're going to.
Yeah, they are.
It's really, really,
Delicious.
really good. We're gonna miss Lurch at Aaron Hills.
Yeah. Drones, you know what I mean?
Just a working man.
Where are you going?
We've got pricing week this week at Axon. So
Very nice.
I'll be home, talking about how we're going to price out our drones and VR for next year.
Where do you work?
A company called Axon. Body cameras, tasers.
Oh, okay. I thought you said Exxon for a second.
Exxon Mobil.
Yeah, like the cast.
Yeah.
No, but I
Dude,
know
that
you-
would be
Big company.
Yeah, it's a big, huge
A
company.
huge company.
be
It sounds like
great.
you're shitting on that. Though.
No, I
It's
love
a dangerous
gas.
path you're going down.
I love gas. I don't like paying for it, but I love the smell of it.
Passing gas?
No, like gasoline.
Yeah.
I'm with you. I love that smell too.
Such a good smell.
It really
It's a
is.
great smell.
Zoolander kind of ruined the gas smell for me.
Really?
Yeah, you know what I'm
That
talking
scene?
about?
Yeah.
Where they all die at the gas station.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
I
Sorry.
smell the
Yeah,
movie.
spoiler alert.
The guy smoking cigarettes at the gas station doesn't
Yeah.
end well for them in the movie.
No, that didn't ruin it for me.
Yeah.
I love the smell of gasoline.
It's one of the first guilty pleasures you have as a
Top.
young boy.
What's your top smells?
I did a smells draft with the Chicago guys like a year
you
ago.
did.
Oh, I've got one. Dude, the soap that was at the Carolina, I stole like 3 of them.
Oh,
At
yeah.
Pinehurst, the pine tar.
Oh wow.
Dude, you probably don't know because you don't stay there ever. Did you remember the smell?
I didn't.
It was like
It didn't take
you
me
know,
away.
I don't want to culturally appropriate. It was like a Christmassy smell. Do you know what I mean? It was like a pine cone.
Sure.
Cultural appropriate.
Dude,
Yeah,
I-
you know, I can't. I don't have a Christmas
This is
smell. I don't know
little
what Christmas
snot-
smells.
Oh, look at that abnormal heart rate.
It was the greatest.
Thanks, watch.
You have an abnormal heart rate right now?
It just beeped at me.
Holy shit. We're just sitting here on the couch.
Tennis balls for sure.
Yeah, tennis ball. That's what I was gonna say. I will
Fresh
say,
tennis
Dan,
balls.
though,
Oh,
the
you ever-
body
Jerry, you never
wash
opened
at
up a
Pebble
tennis-
Beach, very snobby.
I never
Yeah.
even picked up a racket.
What is it, like a
before.
Chef's
eucalyptus,
kiss.
like a mint?
Yes.
I
We
think
gotta
I know what you're
get.
talking
We
about.
have to
I
get
steal a bottle
Jerry.
every day.
We have to get Jerry new tennis balls. He's never smelt new
Oh,
tennis
dude.
balls.
Great smell.
You'll be buying a
They
set
come
every
in
day.
a.
I don't. I've played with tennis
cylinder.
balls, but I don't think I've ever seen a new.
They come
one.
in a cylinder and then you pop open.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
almost
I know what
like-
it looks like.
Oh,
I've seen
and
them at like
that
Modell's and
smell
stuff.
is. I guess it's just rubber. It's just like new.
I don't know what it
rubber.
is, but it's off the
Gotta be
chart.
something with like gas inside
It's
or something.
crazy.
That's at like your top smell.
It's a really good smell.
It's really
It's
good.
not, it's better than you're
You
expecting.
go deep in there. I love it.
I'm gonna go new car.
New car's nice.
New car is really, really good.
New car's really good.
Coffee grounds. I love the smell
I'd
of
say
coffee grounds.
like when you drive by a hibachi restaurant, you know.
Yeah,
that-
sometimes like just bacon. in
Ooh,
the
how
morning.
about the golf course move that they all make where they send out the smell from like the grill with the burgers?
Never seen that in my life.
And you're coming up like 9 green and you
that
get
real?
that whiff of like.
I know what you're talking
You know
about.
what I'm talking about?
It smells like hamburgers.
Yeah,
always.
you get that whiff of like burgers coming up.
What do you mean
Never
they
heard
send
that.
it
Really?
out?
You're
With
walking
a
off a
big
golf
fan?
course and you smell the grill.
But they're doing that consciously.
I think they do it consciously.
way.
I think
Wings?
they send it out so that you go in and
Send
buy
it out,
something.
dude. This
Oh
is
yeah, they send it
preposterous.
out. You guys are idiots.
No.
they
I
send
think
it
the
out.
internet's gonna think you're an idiot right now. For they
Nope.
think you. They
I
send
guarantee
out-
They're like, oh, the
People out
wind's
there
blowing
listening.
down 18.
Right.
Let's grill some
Right.
dogs.
The
Say something
prevailing
slow.
wind at this club is going down, so we're
There's
gonna
a guy
set
up
the
there
whole
with
course
cheeseburgers, like-
so the wind blows down 9.
I also
Nuts.
think certain burger joints and stuff in towns do it on purpose, where their fans in the ventilation they send that smell out. To
You're a
people
smart
so
kid.
they
This is
come
one
out.
of the dumber takes I've ever heard.
Nope, disagree. You know what I'm talking about.
I definitely know the smell. I don't know that they send it out deliberately.
Yeah,
I think they
everyone knows
send
the
it
smell
out.
of a cheeseburger.
Even
Trying to
Dan-
recruit me
even
onto his team
Dan's
there real
ditched
quick.
you.
I think you guys are gonna find there's more people that believe this than you think. Hello, everyone. I would like to tell you about the Perfect Performance pants from our friends at Peter Millar. Trent, how do you feel about your pants right now?
I feel great. They're white and they are fantastic. I felt comfortable all day long.
Despite the fact that it was hot, they look very breathable. Trent, is that true?
They are very breathable. Yeah.
The
I
Peter-
felt good.
The Peter Millar EB66 5-pocket pants are a consistent bestseller that we continue to come back to season after season for damn good reason. These pants feature incredible performance benefits, two-way stretch, moisture-wicking properties, and an easy care fabrication. They're great for wearing on and off the course thanks to a very classic design. They come in a ton of different colors, from timeless khaki to bold reds and blues, and even white like our boy Trent. The EB66 5-pocket pant is literally the best pant I've ever worn. We're all looking for better pants, new pants, the whole deal. I've told the story before, but I'll tell it again in case you haven't heard it in a while. My brother, probably 3 or 4 years ago now, asked me for one thing for Christmas, and he just said, I want more pair of those EB66 5-pocket pants.
I'm a big pants wearer, noted, and so is Trent. And I swear, and this is not just to pump the Peter Millar gas, like I can't wear any other golf pant out there because they have like the structure to them that makes them like a classy, good, also modern looking golf pant, but they're breathable enough where you don't feel like you're like an insane person out there wearing pants on a hot
Yeah,
day.
they're comfy.
They're super comfy.
But they've
They're
got that
breathable.
integrity. I know what you
They
mean.
have the integrity. There's a lot of pants out there that like try and be this pant and they just don't. They like kind of fold.
they
like,
become wrinkly
they
and
become wrinkly and they're just pathetic. And like with my legs, like these have, I can hide a lot beneath these.
Yeah, they're great. I mean, it's an unbelievable pant. It's
It really is,
comfortable,
though.
It's breathable. It's athletic.
I've
so
been
you
wearing
can-
them for
you can-
4 years.
And you could do a lunge step in them.
Think
know
about
what I
how
mean?
much golf we play.
And then
I wear
you could wear them to a
EB65 pants
company
in
meeting.
every single time we play golf.
Yeah.
You think
Yeah.
like at some
I'm
point
with
I'd be
you.
like, guys, I can't wear these anymore because they're not
No,
comfortable.
they do the job.
It's opposite.
Be sure, ladies and gentlemen, to head over to petermillar.com to explore the complete line of performance pants from our very good friends at Peter Millar, the official outfitter of the USGA. They also are the official outfitter of the American team on the Walker Cup this week, which we watched at the old course at St. Andrews. Iconic watch. But anyways, go over to petermillar.com, check out the complete line of performance pants from Peter Millar, and don't be afraid to focus on those EB66 5-pocket pants.
Trent Daddy wore white on white today and got teriyaki wings to start his day.
Pre-round. What pre-round?
Well, I tweeted it.
Yeah, I saw that.
Fashion doesn't control me. Food does. Yeah. Doesn't fucking matter what I'm wearing. I'm going to eat what I want to eat.
It's true.
You know what I mean? Jerry knows.
Accurate.
How good are the wings at Sam Valley?
They're so good.
Oh my gosh.
They really are really good.
Do you guys have like
wings.
a phenomenal chef here or something? What's the deal with the food here? Okay.
It's just great.
The food's
very
top-notch.
good here.
We've been to a lot of resorts. The food here
Chicken
is
Club today was
top-notch.
very nice. They had
some
like
resorts,
a
the
nice
food's
little
okay.
Chipotle
Yeah.
mayo
Here
on
it's
there.
fantastic.
I think I did all right with the white on white though.
You did
great.
You got one little
Thorough shower this morning, and then we're good to go.
You let one loose on hole 3.
Yeah, that was dangerous.
Yeah, I thought it was Frank.
He just let one.
Was that
loose.
Really?
strategic?
Hitting the swing?
Yeah, because you were over the
No,
ball.
he was standing there, and I think it just had to come out, right?
No, he was over the ball.
Okay.
And I was like,
I had a putt.
and I said, I'm braver
That's
than
right.
Evil Knievel because it's like,
Could have been
I'm going
a
to do
Jersey
it
Jerry
because I want to
situation.
get him off his game,
bad.
but also could be, yeah, Jerry knows. This guy knows.
Frankie buried the putt right after that fart too. Remember that? The little comeback.
It worked
there.
out for me. Yeah. I think I might become a white on white guy.
It looks good.
I wouldn't do that, dude. That's too
White
much.
pants
risk.
are nice on you, T.
Thank you. You
I
guys
think
made-
you'd look better in like linens, like flowing linens.
I would love to wear linen everywhere. If I could wear linen all
I
day,
think
every
you'd
day-
look Jersey,
I've never put on white pants.
dude. You'd look phenomenal.
You
in,
wouldn't do
like- in like flowing
too fat for
gowns
white
and ribbons
pants.
on the golf course.
You're not too fat for white pants.
I think
I'm
white
fat.
makes you look fatter.
No.
What?
Dude, I would say sweatpants
talking
are a
about?
fat
No,
guy
white-
uniform.
white-
That would change your tone.
White as a color definitely makes
Sweatpants?
you look larger.
Really?
And
Sweatpants
black
make
is
you look
slimming,
fatter?
right?
Really?
Black is slimming.
Yeah.
I mean, I probably look huge
Sweatpants are a
out there
complete
today.
give up. If you're wearing
say that. I didn't
sweatpants,
say it.
it's a
I
give
didn't
up.
say it.
We got 2 conversations
You
going on
don't think
once.
so?
No,
He's a
I
good
mean,
podcast.
I mean, I wear sweatpants a lot, like a real lot.
I would
Lurch
say
does the thing. He's gonna.
But I wear,
Lurch does
like,
the thing where
these
he
too.
hears us talking. He actually talks louder to continue it over there.
Podcast. You can only have one conversation.
I
at
know
a
we were
time.
having a conversation.
No. I'm saying you.
No, I like it. I think people are going to love it.
They're gonna hate.
Somebody at some point has to make the conscious decision to stop. Luckily, Trent was like, "We're having 2 at the same time." But I think you consciously hear it and you go, "Let me talk over them and finish this point."
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sweatpants is giving out.
It's not a train car. It's a podcast.
Oh,
Oh, he's gonna do the thing now. Where he's gonna be like, "Whoa, you're getting a little sensitive."
Well, you get a little sensitive.
see, it's still
Drives
under
me
his skin.
crazy.
Yeah, I can see
You
that.
say anything to him, he's like, "Whoa."
Didn't mean to upset Mr. Cranky.
Such a tactic.
It works so well on him.
all day.
Easy.
Just immediately go to your huge bitch.
Yeah,
Oh God, dude.
it's crazy. You can't win against
Hands
that.
up, man. Hands up, dude. I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry.
I'll be like, "Are you gonna eat that?" He goes,
Jerry's got a question.
Sorry, excuse me. Jerry has something.
No,
"Jerry,
you're Barstool Lurch.
Yeah,
Yeah, I remember talking to you years ago.
yeah,
Wow.
Jerry's in.
Full circle.
I used to DM you.
yeah.
No
When you were
way.
coming to Barstool, you thought I knew the inside. I was like, I don't really know much over here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, even before that, I
Yeah.
was DMing you.
Yeah.
about what?"
I think I was trying to get in.
Wow.
Just
Been sitting
chatting.
right in front of you for an hour.
No, but I didn't put
Should we hug?
How many
two,
lurches
two
do
and
you
two,
know?
2 and 2 together, I guess.
You
Yeah.
had gold sitting in your DMs. You didn't recognize?
What do you mean? I knew what he was doing. He was hysterical.
Could have had Jerry years ago.
No, because I just
No,
I
it
just
was
thought
when he
about
was
it.
coming over and talking about it, and the
Yeah.
whole shit happened with.
The Action Park.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That whole mess,
Yeah.
and he was talking to me, and we were just going
Yeah,
back and
that's
forth. I was
right.
like, "You should
Holy
go in," but
shit.
Kevin, do
you
we
asked
still
me
hate
about
Kevin
Dave. I was
Connolly?
like, "I don't know
Yes.
him, but he seems like a great guy." The conversations I've had, he's very trustworthy.
You still hate Kevin Connolly?
Oh, if there was one person
I
I,
would
could
actually-
kill, it would be him.
I could probably go back into one of them, and he was like,
I
"Dude,
would
if I could get my
Bad
hands on this
situation.
Yeah, but he's an
I'm in a
Islanders
bad
guy.
situation because Kevin Connolly is like he's a huge Islanders guy and he's a big Borelli's guy.
Well,
he
I've
gives
seen
shout
that.
outs.
I seen that last year. You and him.
I texted you.
I seen that last year.
I texted you. I wanted your blessing to be able to go and take.
do what you want, Frank.
Well, I don't want to disrespect you. I didn't know where you guys left off, so I didn't take a photo
very-
with him. So listen, my dad sees him give this speech on the big screen at a playoff game, and Kevin Connolly mentions like Borelli's. He's like, going to Borelli's my whole life. The New York Islanders. That's like I take Borelli's and I take the Islanders and I mix them together. My dad's like crying in the seat. He goes, we got to go take a picture with him. This is incredible. We haven't seen him in years. And I told my dad we can't because he disrespected Jersey Jerry with a bad thing. So I texted Jerry. I'm like, listen, I got this thing going on. Islanders are on a run of the lifetime. They were in the first round. I'm like, Islanders are on a run of a lifetime. I got to go do a video with Kevin Connolly. He's like my guy. He's the Islander guy in Entourage, like pizza guy. He might be like, he's like the movie version of what I think I am. It's crazy, and I'm not allowed to talk to him.
I mean, I'd suggest you didn't talk to him.
I didn't.
So what happened, Jerry?
He's gonna hear this now. It's very awkward.
Me and I mean, I don't know if I'm allowed to say the names and stuff.
No, you can keep it.
Yeah, but I was signed to
It's
his.
like Bob and them.
Yeah.
You and
Yeah,
Robby Berger.
me and Bobby were signed to him for like very short, like a month and a half, and then he fired Bob, and I was still working there. And then I would start messaging him like a week later, 2 weeks later. I'm like, hey, like what's going on? Bob's gone. You know what I mean? What, do you guys still want me? You don't want me? Never responded. I kept on putting out podcasts and stuff. And then like I got a call from an editor at like 12 at night Eastern time. It's like, hey, Jerry. I'm like, hey, what's up? He's like, hey, Kevin told me to tell you you're fired.
Said fired?
Fired. It's like, all right, I guess. He's like, is there a reasoning why he didn't answer my text messages or didn't call me personally? He goes, I don't know. He just told me to tell you you're fired. I'm like, all right, cool.
Wow.
That's fine.
Never heard from him again?
I mean, I went at him big time. Yeah, he blocked me on everything.
He's been at him hard.
Yeah.
So hard that I had to ask him for permission to go talk to him.
That guy fired Robby Berger.
Yeah, it's a mess.
What an idiot.
That's a bit. Hey, I mean, he fired Jersey Jerry.
Double miss. That guy sucks at his job, apparently.
Yeah, it was really like, I don't know how to explain it, but we knew from the jump it was bad. Like really
He was
bad.
never my favorite character in Entourage.
See, like I can't
We're
bash
being
the
honest
guy,
with
but
each
it's
other.
like if he's
You don't. You not want to bash him because I do think he would play you in an Islanders movie. If they made a movie about you, he would play you.
I got to be honest. I have photos with
He
him
would.
when I was like a child. He was like at Borelli's. I mean, he literally is a Borelli's guy.
He's a seminal figure in your upbringing.
Big time.
Yeah,
Like
that's
he was
that's a
on the
really
big
tough
show.
spot.
He would come to Borelli's. The place would go crazy when he walked in. He's been super nice, dude. He did a. And
He's definitely not nice.
No, no.
Personally, Jerry, I'm not a Kevin Connolly guy.
Come on.
I'm on the.
What do I care?
Go
on
Rangers.
the-
You know what I mean?
I'm
Screw 'em.
not,
I'm from Cedar Rapids, Iowa.
bad situation, you know.
Did he ever give you or Bob an explanation?
Never.
He just
fucked.
woke up one day and decided you guys weren't good?
One day he like reamed out Bob like really weird. After Bob was there for like a month, he just called him and just was telling him like, hey, you don't do this, you don't do that, all these things. And Bob was like, dude, like I'm doing everything. And then ripped Bob, and then a couple days later fired him, and then that was it.
He did a 30 for 30 called Big Shot on the guy that fake bought the New York Islanders. Spano bought the Islanders with no money, and he almost made it through. And the final day, he got a little bit nervous and sent a fax to like the people at the bank to get like this loan. He was basically taking money from banks. Then he was going to own the Islanders and take the money from owning them and pay off the banks. He was about to do it, and then he sent a fax to someone like the day before the sale, and he had the wrong address on it, and the person that thought that he was sketchy was like, that's it, like this is a fucking he like clearly messed up this fax, and the whole entire thing got busted. He's been in jail forever. It's insane.
What year was this?
The 90s,
Jeez.
early 2000s. He
Islanders
saved
are
the
shit
Islanders.
franchise.
He saved the Islanders. He was like he came up with, so he was the fake owner for like half a year or whatever it was, and came up with new jerseys. He came out with a new plan to keep the Islanders on Long Island with a new arena and all this stuff, and it got like the ball rolling to keep them there. It
So do
was
people
insane.
kind of respect
It's a
him?
bizarre story. Anyway, Kevin Connolly did a documentary on it, and the first frame on the ESPN documentary is Borelli's. He's showing like the town, and it's just he's in the parking lot of Borelli's.
You should
I
tell
know.
your dad what kind of person he is. That's all.
Listen, I've tried to explain to him.
Jerry,
My dad
sounds
goes,
like
"It's crazy." He goes, "It's Kevin Connolly. It's crazy." I've tried to explain to him.
Yeah, I mean,
I didn't talk to him that day.
you can talk to
No,
everyone. It's
He needs to apologize, I think.
Let bygones be bygones.
yeah.
You're better for it, right? Or no?
It worked out great.
Yeah. So whatever.
good.
You know,
Well,
you're past
Dave was actually the one telling me don't sign with them, because Dave offered me a job and then I turned Dave's job down.
For the action, whatever.
Well, yeah, because I
it.
could.
Bob.
No, not even for Bob, because I could work in the union and do Action Park
that.
Media on the
Yeah.
side.
I remember
and
that.
I didn't want to lose my union job. And then Dave was the one who was like, "Hey, don't sign with them. Don't sign with them." And then
He knew what they were like bad news.
I think he had an idea, like it wasn't like a great company, but then like to get my job at Barstool like offered again was miserable.
Yeah.
Like Dave was ignoring me.
Right.
I was like, dude, please. He's like, nope, I told you no. Like, all right, whatever. And then I sent him one final text. I was like, Dave, Jersey Jerry, you know who it is, but I'm just letting you know, if you don't sign me, it's going to be one of the biggest mistakes you'll ever make. And he's like, what are you doing Monday? And I was like, all right.
Attaboy, Jer. Attaboy, Jer.
Chills.
Well, because he was ignoring all my texts. So I was like, I got to figure out a way to get this guy to
What'd
get me
you do in
in.
the union?
Underground high-pressure gas. Like 24-inch cast iron pipes, like fixing, repairing, laying new ones.
See these houses that just explode?
Yeah.
How
yeah.
like realistic of an issue is that?
How real? I mean, it's very real, Frank. Like if you,
I saw the video of in Pennsylvania. The house
That
just
was
boom.
horrific.
yeah,
And I haven't been able to sleep at night. I have natural gas in my house. I haven't. Been
yeah,
able
I
to
have
sleep.
natural gas, dude. Like, okay, put it this way.
But could it happen? Because someone scared me where they're like, you could do
I screwed up
everything
big.
right,
Oh yeah,
and like something could happen in the lines on the way to your house.
oh of course,
and
yeah,
like air could get into it and it's just boom.
yeah. Not even air. You flick a light switch on, your house could explode if there's gas like that.
That's
Yeah, no,
If you get
it's-
the wrong like
I'm
moment.
not going home.
dude.
It's
what is
over,
it,
dude.
The 811 dig or whatever.
over.
Dude. I screwed. We got.
Wait, can you before you get into your
Yeah.
story? How does that like what?
So, okay,
I'm shitting
gas going up
bricks.
to the meter. Say you have an inside set, meters inside, and you have gas, like a little tiny small leak or whatever, like really small. You can't even hear it, nothing like that. You haven't been in your basement for days, and there's just the whole thing is just filled with gas. And you go downstairs, you smell gas, you put on a light, it could happen. Like I don't really know how it is, but like the electric and the gas mixed together,
a little bit of energy, bang.
blow.
Are there
think
things
about how
that you
many-
can purchase that can
No.
detect gas, like just leaks, just your nose?
Nose, dude. Because we lucked out.
Love that
because
smell.
I didn't die. I didn't call 811, which is if anybody out there you're about to dig on your
dude,
property.
you hit the trent. You were
Dude,
trenching.
I ripped the wire, the gas wire that goes from the street up.
Yeah.
But so, anyways, we rented kind of like a bulldozer, whatever. I was in there working the thing, ripping stumps up,
Yeah.
doing that. And I was at my brother's place.
What a
and anyways,
liability you are.
what'd you say?
That's a liability. That's crazy.
So what a liability you
It was
are.
crazy. It was ridiculous.
Yep.
And anyways, I ripped the gas and we smelt it for a second, but then it was gone. But I was like, dude, what is this wire? And anyways, we solved it and it was obviously gas. But so I think the thing is, and you can tell me where I'm wrong here, Jerry, is like since we ripped it and the gas poured out, there's unbelievable little stops from the street
Yeah.
to each house. If it's like a massive
Influx
like,
of
yes,
gas.
like gas. It's like, oh, this is too much. But I think for the little leak is where it's sketch because it
Bless
doesn't
you, Brandon.
detect. It's almost like your stove's running for 3
Brandon
days.
Jones just
You know what I'm saying?
There's
it's a
nothing we
little
can
leak.
do to detect this
No.
or figure it.
Smell.
No,
No.
you can't say
And
that
you probably
as an
didn't
answer.
even
Stop
have
saying
pressure.
that.
That
That's
probably
insane.
wasn't even pressure. If you rip a pressure line, it'll sound like a jet engine.
So I was on the dozer. You know what I mean? I had no.
Oh, you would hear it if.
Oh, really?
So yours was like they call it UP, so it's not pressure. But we've ripped out 48-inch cast iron underground pressure. You put a hole in it like that, it screams. You can
Really?
hear it from like towns and towns over.
No way.
Oh yeah,
What?
yeah.
Dude, this is just running under the whole world.
Oh yeah.
Aliens are going to come. We're talking about these on the show.
Oh,
And
yeah.
then, dude, you just set this thing off and the world explodes.
They're already
When
here.
you
dude.
think about, and you were in on the other side
That's
of it,
actually-
obviously as like a union worker, but when you think about how impressive it is, the infrastructure we
Amazing.
have.
Oh, yeah.
When I sometimes drive by New York City or I fly over it.
Unbelievable.
Well, when I was coming back from Pebble with my dad, we flew around New York City into JFK, and I remember him looking out, being like, "How do they do all the plumbing in there? How do they get
the
every?
gas.
How do
All
they
of
get
it.
every single light on in all those little windows? You know, like think about how impressive that is.
Yeah, it's wild.
That plumbing, that wiring, that piping is insane.
Dude, everybody's got fresh avocados tomorrow. Like the whole thing, the way New York
Yeah,
City
that's
operates,
insane for sure.
It doesn't
I'm
make
just thinking
sense
like
at
I
any
walk
level.
into
It
a random
operates pretty
closet
shitty.
in a random huge skyscraper and I flick a little switch on and the light
Bang.
turns
That's
on.
the crazy one to me is when
Wow.
they're building like a whole new community, like Hudson Yards.
Yeah.
They had to plot like a whole new gas line.
You need
And
architects, engineers.
Did you guys ever have like a big scare? Like
Oh
some-
yeah.
Where
Oh
like you
yeah.
almost blew the town up?
Hit
or
electric
something?
with a jackhammer.
You hit electric with a
I didn't
jackhammer.
personally, but the guy that I was on the job with did.
And what'd that
He almost
do?
died, burned all over.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So it's
Electric's
just
dangerous too. I mean,
It's like
everything's
the
dangerous.
it's like the little cartoons where it's just like,
It's more of like a flash. It's more of
he
a
just like drops it in. It's
The
like,
craziest thing I ever seen was, the panels inside your house, the electric panels.
Yep.
If you open that up, in the back of the panel is called a bus bar. If you hit that, you're dead. You get hung up on it. I seen a guy get hung up in Arizona, Scottsdale.
doing what
does
was
hung
he
up mean?
doing?
You get hung up on the bus.
you can't let go.
No, you can't get lucky. 220 volts. No.
220 volts now.
Bro,
220
it's
volts,
bad out
no.
there. It's bad.
Dude, I remember
Yeah.
I was working.
I gotta
I was
get rid
helping
of the
build
gas.
the Jersey Stadium, Devil Stadium, and so anyways, I was basically working like a sales summer job, but in the union. It was an unbelievable deal. But I was the bottom rung. I was just basically carrying cinder blocks around, putting up scaffolding, taking it down, getting my team set up for the next job. Anyways, one day I was, they let me take the forklift. And I was in an area, but I was like, I can just back this thing out. When I get to the door, I'll lower the forklift. When we were working, I think we were like building the locker room. They had put up all the piping for like basically, any sort of emergency for, to shower down water.
Yeah.
And so they put up all the piping, dude, with the water running through it. Dude, I backed up the forklift. I bent the whole metal thing, dude. My foreman was livid. And then he just so I bent it. Water starts pissing all over the wall that we just built. And maybe the most brilliant move I've ever made in my career, took my shirt off because my foreman goes, I need a fitter. And I was like, oh, shit, dude.
Yeah, that's what I used to do, pipe fitting. Yeah.
Dude, I took off my shirt and hucked it on the spot. So at least the water was dripping straight down.
Yeah.
Not maybe the smartest
over.
move in the history of my career.
It's a good move.
I watched a guy do. He was helping me with my sprinklers when that sprinkler head went out, and he does it's very impressive to watch guys that know how to deal with pipes and fitting and if there was a problem, if there was a leak, he'd just cut it off, put a
Cap
on it, or he would mend it together and then just heat it up, and it was a brand new pipe. I'm looking at him
We use like a blowtorch for
yeah,
it?
everything was just
because
so,
it's plastic.
yeah, everything was so easy. And
Yeah.
I actually have really enjoyed watching people help me with my house because you start to pick up things.
YouTube is the best.
I'm in no
Yeah.
way a
Incredible.
handyman, but I
You-
feel like I'm becoming
You can learn anything.
one.
I'm
because I know
telling
how to
you,
do
if you watch YouTube, you can do anything to your house. You could put up tile, you could put in floors,
Yeah.
you could do electric if you watch YouTube.
You gotta be patient though.
Oh yeah.
I feel like
we
it's
watched
the,
a YouTube video. We moved an outlet to behind a TV.
You
My
did it?
father-in-law and I mean, I didn't do the electrical
Oh,
stuff,
okay.
but I put the hole in the wall and I put the box.
There you
in.
go, Frank.
Yeah, I enjoy it. I do.
Yeah. You don't
I'd
gotta
rather
somebody-
pay someone else to do it.
Yeah,
It
but
just
you,
takes time to do it right and well. It just takes time.
Big time.
So I saw a TikTok the other day of a tree getting struck by lightning.
I saw that too.
Amazing.
I didn't
And
see
they had
it.
a caption there that describes everything that happens when a tree gets struck by lightning. So first of all, when you watch the video, it gets struck by lightning, right? And it's a fraction of a second it happens, whole deal. And then instantly you see all of the living stuff just falls. So
Oh, wow.
all of
Yeah, I
the
didn't think
needles, leaves, struck by lightning, and you can literally watch in the video instantaneously all of the live stuff
Dead.
just falls to the ground. And it says in the caption that when a tree gets struck by lightning, a tree is made up so much of water, obviously, as we all know, trees drink and consume a shit ton of water, that all of anything that's liquid inside of the tree instantly vaporizes instantly when it gets struck by lightning. So all of that vaporizes and the tree becomes just a hollow, nothing.
Dust, yeah.
Nothing.
Dust.
Wow.
And instantaneously. And everything just falls. And the video was unimaginable watching
220
this
volts.
fucking
No
thing.
way.
No joke. I mean, come on.
220 volts.
220 volts.
What are you thinking, dude?
220 volts. Dude, no way.
My Symbol allows you to personalize your golf ball more than ever. I love the My Symbol golf balls. They're sick. We've had some pizza ones. We've had some Barstool ones. We've had a lot of good My Symbol golf balls.
Yeah, it's definitely the new way of customizing your golf ball. I think that's always a fun way to. It started with just putting your own little markings and your own dots, and then you got your own number. You're like, oh, I can get a custom number. Maybe my number's 24. I can throw that on there. And now it's like, let's just get rid of that entirely and let's put whatever logo you want on there. It's pretty phenomenal.
So
I just ran out of the Hawaii ones. I tried to make them last the whole year.
the Hawaii ones,
remember those?
are sweet.
From the beginning of the
blue
year?
with the
Yeah.
little
Colin
blue like
Morikawa
flowery
has his
stuff
dog
on
on him.
Yeah.
Those are cool.
We do have a From the Gallery submission from Jimmy, and it's very much in line with what we're talking about with TaylorMade right now, which is how do you mark your golf balls? And is there any logic behind it?
I do a triangle of dots on the lower left side. So underneath the TaylorMade to the left of the number,
Okay.
I do 3 dots. And then on the second ball, I'll do it on the right side. It's because when I used to caddy for this mini tour player, when I was like 12 and he was the coolest guy ever, that's how he did it. So I just copied him.
I don't mark my golf balls.
At all?
No.
If I have
Probably
a
the
pen
wrong
on
thing.
me, I'll do a lazy blue dot somewhere below the tail.
Honestly, with the My Symbols and all the customization,
Yeah.
with the, I'm just like, I doubt someone else is going to have a pizza slice as their logo on the ball. So it's my ball.
Odds are in your group, the only TaylorMade pizza is going to be you.
It's my ball.
yeah, for sure.
I'll throw a breaking 90 or a breaking 100
You
on
do
it.
do that.
Yeah, that makes it pretty.
I've walked up to the
Just
ball. I go,
with
is
the
there
symbol,
pizza
Trent?
on there? And they go,
Just
yeah,
like the
that's
Rodan
me.
symbol?
Yeah.
Taylor made me a bunch of balls that had the Lurch swinging logo with a towel on me, those were great balls to have.
That's
for a
your
while.
ball.
That was a great.
You
ball.
don't need to throw a blue dot on there.
No, that's my ball. Although I gave a few to my brother one time, and we play this Florida course when we're down there that's right on the highway, and he hits it way right when he misses it way right, and a couple people tweeted at me, be like, "Dude, I think I found your ball." My brother was just launching these things over the highway.
On
remember
tour,
that.
if
Not
you
me.
have like a My Symbol ball, do they still have to mark it with a marker?
Yeah, because I think you got to distinguish one from the other. So
Yeah.
like if you're hitting 2, like one
If you hit a
provisional.
provisional, you got to mark it
I see.
differently or
Yeah.
have a different number and declare it.
I see.
I do a blue dot or sometimes 2 blue
Couldn't
dots.
just do the provisional have a dot and the first one didn't?
Yeah,
I guess
could.
theoretically
just has to be
it could.
different.
I gotcha.
I guess the issue with that, though, would be like, what if in a practice round you were playing those?
Yeah, I think it's like you can. I found a Titleist one. It's like, well, does it have your mark on it?
I see.
They got to distinguish it from all the other balls that are out there.
Right.
We got there.
We got that.
Yeah.
You can make the most complete tour ball in golf completely your own by personalizing colors, symbols, logos, and numbers. Symbol category options are animals, countries, foods, holidays, nature, sports, states, amongst others. Choose up to 4 characters to replace the logo or 8 characters on 3 eligible lines when you add text on the side. Take it to the next level. Make your ball truly one of a kind by changing the color on the TaylorMade logo. Take it to the next level. Make your ball truly one of a kind. Like we said, visit TaylorMadeGolf.com/custom-golf-balls. That's TaylorMadeGolf.com/custom-golf-balls. Nobody does it better than TaylorMade Golf.
Do you have any expectations for Mammoth Dunes tomorrow?
Good question.
Here,
Here?
this golf course? Yeah.
Is there bunkers?
Yeah.
Unbelievable amount of bunkers.
Quite a few.
I would also just say unbelievable question.
Yeah.
Just like
I'm not very good out of the bunker.
Preach.
I'm not
Be all
very
right.
good.
there's one course I think in the world that doesn't have bunkers. Sheep's Ranch.
Sheep's Ranch?
Yeah.
Where's it at?
Abandoned Dunes.
Does it have an S after sheep? Or is
No,
it
this
sheep?
is
Good.
Sheep Ranch.
I think I screwed that up when we talked about it too.
You did.
That's like when, dude,
Frankie just little
you see like some college kid's dad will be like, "You work at Barstools?"
Yeah. Barstools.
I've always said
Two
that
words.
I think
Two
that they
words.
made Publix in Florida Publix because if they made it like public marketplace or whatever, all the old people in Florida would have called it Publix anyway. Like my grandma would have absolutely just called it Publix.
Yeah,
so they
everything
just-
becomes possessive.
like Publix is just, let's just call it that.
My kid said you're
Barstool's,
that guy from
Walmart's.
Barstools.
Barstools.
Walmart's is a big one.
Walmart's.
Targets. Oh yeah, they put an SF there.
I haven't
everything.
heard Targets.
Walmart's is crazy.
Targets is preposterous.
Walmart's.
Walmart's I've heard, but
Walmart's.
I have not heard.
I was just thinking of
Targets.
stores.
Yeah.
Walmart.
Whoa.
Jesus.
Don't come at me.
So
Yeah.
we've still got
Well, yeah,
we
Bunker's
got
fun.
2 full days at Sand Valley, and then a full day and a half at Erin Hills.
Yep.
Hell of
There's a
trip
golf
it is.
course that on Tuesday that we're going to be playing that was, and we're going to give the whole story. We've given it on this podcast maybe 30 times, but
Make
essentially it was
31 for
resurrected back into real life via PGA Tour 2K23.
Really?
It was like in the 1910s, 1920s, before World War II, an amazing golf course on Long Island. Had to be basically broken down and had barracks put on top of it for World War II, and it was never, restored or brought back. And somebody, and I'm going to forget the name, we have all the information in the video that's going to be coming out, but made this golf course in PGA Tour 2K23, and it gave them the idea to essentially make it happen here at Sand Valley.
Oh, wow.
And he used like 3D photos and photography, essentially putting glasses on, and the photo would rise. You could see all the topography and shit. It's nuts.
That's cool.
That's happening on Tuesday.
I'm excited for this week, man. I love being here. I think Wisconsin. So Wisconsin, I believe, has 10 of the top 100 golf courses in the country are in Wisconsin.
I believe that. It's
Which
best.
out of 50 states,
Really?
for a place that's only open half the year, that's amazing.
It probably has the best public golf.
I always
in the
thought
country.
New York had the most top
Yeah.
100s, but
I mean, that might be like.
Well, it
private
might have
stuff.
the most for sure, but like the fact that Wisconsin has that many.
Yeah.
10's insane.
I think it has the best public golf in the country. There's like 3 different world-class resorts.
This is
Is this public or is this private?
It's public.
Oh, so anybody.
Yeah, you got to
Yeah.
stay at the resort, or there's
Yeah,
some
yeah.
sort of deal, but anyone can come and play.
So yeah, it's sort of like resort public, in that you have to book to play basically, but like anyone can just book a trip and play. Yeah. But yeah, Sand Valley, Erin Hills, Whistling Straits, and all the courses up there, like Black Wolf Run and all that.
Yeah,
They
there's
posted the U.S.
4.
Women's Open. Like,
Well,
impressive
Lasonia.
that this is on the list because
Lasonia.
it's pretty new.
yeah, Sand Valley's.
Well, how old was this? 2017? 2016.
Holy shit!
It's already a top 100.
And you guys
Ford
played a lot of
Crenshaw.
good courses already, right?
A lot.
played a lot, yeah.
This place is as cool as it gets, dude. Core Crenshaw, David McClay Kidd, who built the original course at Bandon and who built Gamble Sands, which we were at last year. And then they've got Tom Doak now, who's opening a couple courses here. That's like he was heavily involved in the Lido, I believe, and then the Sedge Valley.
Sedge Valley.
Sedge Valley's opening next year, which will be one of their resort courses. So like this, and the Sandbox, which is Core Crenshaw, 17-hole par 3 course. That is fucking
We're going to have
awesome.
to figure out why it's 17 holes. We're doing what? Yeah, you have the answer?
So from what I've understood is that Mike Kaiser tells his guys when they build a par 3, don't make it 9 and don't make it 18.
Like it's 12
make
at
it
the
any other
preserve,
number.
right?
13 at the preserve.
13?
13
Yeah.
at the preserve. 17 here.
I thought there was just something of like do whatever the land would hold. Like, you know what I mean? I thought it was that kind of context.
I think it is, but I also think he doesn't want it to
Yeah.
be 9 and he doesn't want it to be 18. He wants it to be a random number.
We're filming a video where Jersey Jerry plays the sandbox and we see how low he can go.
I'm so excited for that, Jared.
I can go low on
What's
that.
happening? You can go low on that?
Dude, it's all short par 3s. You're going to light that place.
You're gonna
like
stay out of the
mini golf,
bunkers
dude.
that day. You're gonna stay out of the bunkers.
yeah.
I think
We're
I
gonna
saw
steer you clear.
a notice today. It was like the furthest hole was what, like 160, 163 today or something like that.
You're
So
gonna dominate.
everything that and in.
I always wanted somebody to like. I just never did lessons, but I wanted somebody to tell me I swing the golf club, and then they tell me, okay, that ball went this far, and see what my clubs are like. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's what I don't.
We're gonna
understand.
we're gonna dial that in.
Dude, we'll get a rangefinder out and just be like, dude, that flew this far.
You hit 10 9-irons and be like, I think it goes around whatever, 140 yards.
So you guys
done.
know every club you have what
We
it
have
For
a
the
general
most part,
idea
When you
of
hit it
like.
good.
Right, that's the other thing. You can hit it like an ass.
I mean, I'm obviously we're not good, so I'll say like if I hit this perfect, I could probably get it like 140 yards. So if you're like anywhere between 130 and 140, you hit that club.
And then shaping it is just a whole different
Yeah,
thing.
we
Right?
don't
But the pros are so good that they can really feel that. There's this famous video that came out of Scotty Scheffler where he's like hitting a shot and he's like, that one went 181, and then it's exactly 181. Like on the 224, because it's their job. They do it all the time, so they can feel those little differences. Yeah, it's crazy.
That's crazy.
To the yard. We got to play some Mario tennis.
Yeah.
We got to get ready for tomorrow. We've got a long day tomorrow. A lot of golf.
I'm having a great fucking time at Sand Valley. I'm excited.
Big
Yeah,
stuff.
it's amazing.
Yeah,
We're in an
that's
absolute
awesome.
castle
We got
here.
some big videos coming.
I'm also looking for just the night's sleep. I mean, the accommodations
Or-
look lovely.
I can't wait to lay into that bed. I might. I want to have
Temp
minimal
lay down, hot
minimal
shower.
clothing on.
Oh, nothing. There'll be not a piece of clothes.
You're gonna be a
on my
naked
body.
Borelli.
Yeah,
for sure.
I'm pretty
Soon as that
pathetic
door
with no
shuts,
clothes on, but it's a must.
It's naked time for
yeah,
me.
I look better with clothes on for sure.
Oh, for sure.
Everybody
I mean,
here
same
does.
for me. Yeah. I mean,
Well,
his body's not gonna.
We're also
impress
guys.
everybody.
Like guys are kind of gross unless you're like a rocket.
I look like those the little skinny things from Men in Black, or like
I look terrible without clothes.
Yeah.
I mean, terrible.
yeah,
Poor Becca from Sand Valley's listening
Yeah.
to this.
it's true. She knows.
Yeah.
Like you just look at us.
Yeah.
It's like
It's not a mystery.
it's like
Those
you
guys
know,
need to have Peter Millar.
Brendan probably is like, I mean,
wind
John
blows the
Kelly's
wrong
good
way,
looking guy.
people
This
see
fucking
everything
guy,
about me.
Jared, behind me.
What does Brennan turn
Cool
you on?
dude.
You were like, Brennan, I mean, he probably looks
Yeah.
pretty good.
Brendan's
Jared
hot
is
as shit.
Rudy. Jared's Rudy.
Brendan's hot. You're welcome.
Yeah, Brendan's a hot guy.
There you go, Bugger.
What are you nuts?
What are you?
Hannah's always like, Brendan going on a trip? I'm like, get the fuck out of here. He knows it too.
I thought you liked pale guys. No,
No.
bummer for you.
She
All
likes
right,
a
boys.
naked Frankie.
Ugh.
All right, that
All
was
right,
really
deep
fun.
size.
Jerry, Dan, Frankie, Trent, Lurch,
What a podcast.
Riggs.
everyone. That was a delightful time, Sand Valley. Thanks
Jerry,
for
we're happy to
having
have
us.
you here, man.
I'm excited.
I'm
Yeah.
excited
Yeah.
to play golf with you, Jerry. We're
I
gonna
think
have a
you're going
great
to
time.
thrive in this setting. I
Yeah.
think you were born for like being in the mix.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I hope so.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna be back on Thursday per usual. We had Ludvig Aberg won on
Oh,
the
yeah.
Euro
That's right.
Tour,
Big time.
on the DP World Tour, I
Yeah.
guess we call it.
I had a big moment where I asked Justin Ray to find a stat. And
Oh,
he's-
that was impressive.
And he said that's a good question, which I feel like from Justin Ray is a lot.
dude.
And the
'cause-
answer was phenomenal.
Yeah, he said never. He said the question was, has there ever been someone who's played in a Ryder Cup before they played in a major? And he goes, that's a good one. And then like an hour later, he goes, I can't find a single instance. I can find a lot back in the 40s where the British guys had only played in one British Open, but no, it never happened before.
How do you even find
How
that
does
in
he
an
have
hour,
these
dude?
databases?
He has he creates his own databases and cross references them. It's not like, I was asking him this when we had him for the Corn Ferry event. I was like, are you just like diving through all the shot link? He's like, no. He creates his own
Was that guy-
feeds.
Well, who does he work for? What-
He has it's called 21st Century, 21st Club or 15th
something like
Club.
that,
15th
yeah.
Club it's called.
21st Century Fox. That's a
That's a movie studio.
that's a movie.
It's called 15th Club. They do like they do analytics and insights. It's a professional like stats company.
He's a young
but he used
golfer.
to work. He used to work for ESPN for a long time, and then they wouldn't.
And then Golf Channel for a while.
And then Golf Channel, and
Cool.
then he worked for us for a week.
Anyone else have anything?
21st group. Get
21st
21st group and
Just want to
15th
get it right
Club.
for Jay, right?
You were
Yeah.
close. 21st Century
I
Fox.
told you about that concert I think I'm going to go to.
Yeah, that's fun.
Asbury Park.
Great
Foo
town.
Fighters,
Oh, Foo
Killers,
Killers.
Beach Boys, Greta Van Fleet, Weezer. Are all playing at
Wow.
Asbury Park, I think, in like two Saturdays.
I haven't had a
have to be
margarita
there.
yet.
Is
I
there a
haven't had a
big-
margarita yet.
Is there a big
It's called like See
venue
Here
there?
Now.
It's
But
a
the tickets
festival.
are insane. But I think I have to do it. I'm like the biggest Foo Fighters fan of all time. I have to go.
We owe Jimmy Buffett a margarita. We need to
Oh,
get
Jimmy
Yeah.
Buffett, man. Rest in
R.I.P.
peace. Just an absolute legend.
Crazy. 76 is not
First
that
person I
old.
thought of when I woke
No,
up
it's
and saw
not.
that news was Dave. I mean, Dave has always said that like he like essentially idolized Jimmy Buffett for the way he was able to turn his skill and like his hobby of singing music and drinking beers and having that like beach lifestyle into a lifestyle brand with bars, restaurants, clothing. It's phenomenal what he created. We got blessed to be able
Dude,
to go see
like the
him.
first travel series.
Vero
Right
Beach,
before. Yeah.
Vero Beach, Jake Owens Foundation event. All of a sudden, we get it's at a
Airplane hangar.
airplane
They
hangar.
didn't turn the lights off on the plane.
At Vero Airport, we played Quail.
Yep, and we hear this rumor that Jimmy Buffett is going to fly into the airport and just leave his jet running, do a set at this foundation
back
thing,
on the plane?
and get back on the plane. So he was leaving after dinner and getting back for dessert,
Literally, that's what he did.
and he went back to his island.
Where did
Just off Florida, wherever it is.
What a guy. Yeah, that one-
Phenomenal. And we got to see front row. I remember sending videos to like my aunt and uncle who are big parrot heads. And I'm just like, can you believe this? They're like, no. They were like They were happy enough to sit in Jones Beach parking lot during the Jimmy Buffett tailgate and just listen to it from the parking lot. And I'm sitting there. He has no shoes on. The photos I have are insane.
That's awesome.
It was a really cool experience.
It's a cool memory.
That was insane.
A
Best
lesson
tailgate
to us
day
all,
of the-
Jimmy Buffett, man, to live your life that way.
It's amazing. It's amazing, man. All like the pictures now where it's like it's 5 o'clock in heaven and all that stuff. It really
crazy.
got to me the other day. I'm like,
Dude, I
that
had
guy
no idea he was sick or whatever. I don't
dominated.
know. How did he pass? I don't know.
It said peacefully. I'm not sure.
He had I believe it was
Something
announced
sexist,
today
just-
that he had 4 years ago or so, he was diagnosed with something that he just didn't disclose to anybody.
Dude, that's
Or
crazy.
to public
It's
or
like
It's
right
always
around the
impressive
concert.
when they just do
Was
that.
that 4 or 5 years ago?
Dude, he's playing Dave went to one of his shows in Boston.
No,
like,
I'm just
a couple
saying. Like
months
the
ago.
timeline.
Oh,
know,
yeah,
was that
it's
was
nuts.
about 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, I think it was 2019 that we were there, so it was probably around that time.
Wild.
But yeah, what a legend that guy is.
Yep. Rest in
Um,
peace.
All right, boys.
all right, Wisconsin golf.
Do it.
Insanely good. We're excited to be here. We got a bunch more golf to film. Jerry's here, Dan's here, our whole crew's here, so we're jacked up. You're going to be seeing a bunch of stuff on social, and then we're filming these videos we'll release on YouTube in the next month or two, so a lot of shit coming. Excited to be here. We'll be back on Thursday. Hit it hard.
Hit it hard.
Hit it hard.
Hit it hard.
Yeah, Jerry.
Jerry!